And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
Before you even get going, Eric, if you come in and say hi to Eric at the beginning of the show and I call you out and then you say hi, it's too late. Take it away.
No, he said them both at the same time. I was just bringing it up, showing his face.
The internet on my end must have been slow.
Demon D, what is up, sir? Hopefully you're having a great night. What's up, everyone? I see everyone out there. Graham, he checked in earlier talking about Buster Posey. What's up, little Mr. Skank Pants is out there.
Pants is in.
Jason L. Jason L's out there. Senior is out there. Vince Shardaw Cole. Daniel Silva. Who else am I missing? Am I missing? LD is out there. Fernando is out there.
Is that Shardaw?
Right, cool, guys.
Is that really a Shardaw sighting?
That's Shardaw, man.
Ooh,
that is
clean
Shardaw,
shaven.
man.
Well, clean shaven for Shardaw, from what I've seen.
A YouTube user out there with a period. In other words, full stop. Is that what you're trying to say? YouTube user, full stop.
What's up?
What's up? What's up, Cubby?
What's up?
Well, a little bit of news today.
Mm-hmm.
Buster Posey went on KNBR this morning. Got interviewed by Murph and Marcus.
More like Murph.
Let's take a look, or I should say, a listen on what he had to say. Yeah, Doc, 100%. Boy. I think you hit the nail on the head. I don't think that's who it is. It's Beta Audio something or other. If you look in our description, I linked who actually did that. It's royalty free through YouTube, so it's pretty awesome. But yeah, it reminds me of Nuno Betancourt. That guy could play the guitar, huh?
Is Doc checking in from Philly? That's a Philadelphia Flyer picture he's got up there. That's from the documentary.
Maybe.
I know.
The link is in the description. That's all you got. Just look at the description, Shardo, and you will see where I got that music from. But yes, Nuno Betancourt, fantastic guitarist. Anyways, let's get to it. Buster Posey. Let's go ahead and make sure we give credit where credit is due.
There you go.
All right, here we go. First question. Was Verlander a pivot from Corbin Burns?
Coming out of the gate hot.
Yeah. Here we go. Was Verlander a pivot from Corbin Burns?
That our younger pitchers get from.
Hold on. That's not where I wanted. Stand by. Let me find it.
Stand by one while the show's brought to you by Better Credit Cards.
Pitch well at the top of our rotation. Little kid. I mean, it's kind of like Kershaw. And it was, I don't know. I always.
Quality entertainment here, guys.
I had it.
At that table.
Hold on. Let me find it. I want to find it.
Unlike the San Francisco, well, I guess maybe like the San Francisco Giants. Eric didn't do his homework. There you go.
I had it, and then I was missed with other things.
Yeah, the dog ate it. I know. Oh, Doc's in Toronto.
Pissing me off, man.
In Toronto with a Philadelphia Flyer logo. There you go. Guys are saying Sasaki's headed to Toronto. A little Saki. Yeah, well, you know. Straight up now, tell me, do you really want a love to last forever? Oh. I just finished up doing the 80s at 8. I'll be taking over on Oldies tonight at midnight. Can't wait. Playing some rock and roll tonight.
Here it is. Okay, got it now.
Okay.
Was Verlander a pivot from when Corbin Burns decided to go to Arizona?
Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, look, we had some conversations with Corbin, his representation, and we just ultimately decided to go a different way. He's a great pitcher, but
question.
I heard.
He says ultimately they decided to go to go another direction.
No, they said, did you pivot? Yeah.
Well, the first thing he said is yeah, but I don't know if that was just was that just a transitional word that he was using, or was that?
All right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not gonna hold him to it, but hey, who knows? Maybe not. But did the Giants really pivot, or was it because Corbin Burns reached out to Arizona, right? That's how that story went out. So I don't know. Here, let's listen a little bit more. I just found that a little bit interesting, saying that they pivoted, and not Corbin Burns.
But just decided to go a different way, and yeah, Verlander, we focused on him afterwards.
Was the opt out? I guess it's a two-part question. Was the opt?
Now he's asking about the opt out. Here we go.
Out a major hurdle, and do you not like early opt outs in deals?
You know what, Murph? I mean, I'm early into this. I think part of my stance on these negotiations is I don't want to get too far into the weeds on what they are. And look, I as much as anything, I don't want to pigeonhole myself into saying something and then having to take that back. So I'll somewhat plead the fifth on that question. But yeah, I mean, I think big picture, you'd love to have either somebody for, extended period of time, or, a guy like Verlander, when you can do a 1-year deal, puts you in a good spot, and hopefully, he has a great year and we have an opportunity to re-sign him.
Roki Sasaki.
Did you just hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear exactly what he said there at the end? If Verlander has a good year, they're going to re-sign him. Okay. That's the plan, huh? You're muted, Glenn. You're muted.
What happened? Sorry about that. I don't know. I didn't touch anything. Anyway, gotta get him signed up, Eric. Gotta get the marketing. If you're not gonna win, at least get the marketing availability. Get that 300th win, baby.
I see. Is that what it is, Glenn? Exactly. Is that what it is? Come on, man. Come on.
I don't think it'll be an issue anyway, Eric. I do not expect big things.
I don't know.
Yeah, that might even come up in our interview phase at some point. He wants to pitch till he's 45.
There you go, Will. Verlander needs to ball clue up. Yeah, right. I don't like this, man. Seriously, you're telling me you pivoted from Corbin Burns to Verlander, and if Verlander is good, you're going to sign him to an extension, or maybe. Well, yeah, I guess an extension. How long that extension will be, who knows? Come on, man.
Sign somewhere else. If he has a 18-5 year and he signs somewhere else, well, you're
whatever,
anyway.
man.
But anyway, YouTube account coming in hot.
Yeah,
hot.
I saw that.
See that, Eric? Where is it?
I saw that.
Holy smoke!
Yeah.
Those are strong words.
That's tough, dude. I don't know if I would go that far. Now, I wouldn't go that far, but I get the feeling, right?
That's
all right. Woo! Hold on, let me see something here.
All right, you get some more?
Okay, here we go. Now the next thing.
I thought we were going to be finished with the whole Flaherty.
Yeah. Marcus asks him the question, what happened with Roki Sasaki?
Marcus, who won't be at the event this weekend.
Well, first and foremost, I just am appreciative of our team. Zach, all his efforts, Jose Bonilla, who did, uncounted hours of work for preparation for that meeting. And we had SFG Productions put together a really great video that, spanned from the Bay Area to Arizona, just featuring our facilities and
they should have used my video.
And a lot of the city as well, and just what San Francisco has to offer, culturally, from a food perspective. So that's my first response. Is it's just I'm appreciative of all the work that went into that recruiting process, and we put our best foot forward, and I don't think there's anything else you can do. And I know the group feels that way. It wasn't a last minute haphazard, last ditch effort. Zach had been on Roki for a long time, and unfortunately, it didn't work out.
Is it just me, or did that sound pretty damn disappointed? He definitely has a gray cloud hanging over him. He does not sound very pleased with how that turned out.
No. And right.
As you could say, he said it wasn't for the lack of trying, so I'm guessing they were trying to they were pursuing him. But hey, didn't work out, man. Hey. And it doesn't it sound like that there was some disappointment.
Does signing Joe Sarr tomorrow or later this week, Eric, make up for all this kerfuffle? I don't think it does. When you sign a 16-year-old player. Hey.
Let me come back to that. Glenn.
16 years old?
Let me come back to that one.
All right.
Let me come back to that one because we'll talk about Joe Sarr because that's going to be some news tomorrow. All right. Let me fast forward it. See what we
I can feel the disappointment.
Buster Posey here as the Giants make their move. They get Justin Verlander. And so obviously everybody, Giants fans, Buster, any baseball fan. Okay, what's next? You give them something. Okay, what's next? Give them Willie Adames. Okay, what's next? Okay, Justin Verlander. Okay, what's next? So what's next? If I look at the Buster Posey grease board of priorities, I guess I would sort of prime the pump question by saying, is a bat a high priority moving forward, or are you all set?
Okay, next question. Here we go. This one's by Murph. Asks, is the priority now trying to get a bat, or are they happy with where they're at? Here's Buster's.
Hey, did you know that SMUD is now paying Sacramento homeowners thousands of dollars to put a
maybe some of both. It's hard to say. I think that we've probably talked about it before, but for us to put a great team out there on the field and for us to have sustained success, we're going to have contributions from players within the system. So, look, we feel really good about our arms. We feel good about the strides that Fitz made and Ramos made last year. McRae having a little bit of a taste, hopefully got some confidence. I think Eldridge, best case scenario is for him to get a solid year in the minors and go dominate. We'll see, he might be beating the door down and force our hands. We'll just have to see. But, we believe in what these guys are going to do, and we're going to have to continue to bring in young talent via the draft and, international signings and possibly trades. But we'll continue to monitor the market. And it is funny, like you said, being on this side now, as a player, I was always looking and thinking the same thing. And, it's not that you're not daily looking at different options. It's just they don't come along as easily as you might think.
So what do you think? Yeah, will be. I think will be sums it up nicely.
We done, folks.
There's Joshua, translation, he's done. Cole, in other words, nothing else.
And I thought, much to your chagrin, did you hear him? He's throwing out names out there, Eric, that you maybe didn't want to hear. Grant McRae? Did I hear a Grant McRae?
Look. Okay, with Grant. Well, let's. Do we want to get them that now, or do you want to finish? Should we finish the interview? And
finish it up. Finish it up. Yeah. There's a lot of takes off this, though.
Absolutely. Okay, so here, hold on. Let me do this and go find it. I think it's good. The next part's going to be the end.
Greasing the wheels here. Lots to talk about, Eric.
All right, here we go.
Yeah. No Matos, yeah.
Oh, he talked about the DH. Sounds like the DH isn't going to be. Basically, it's going to be rotating. There's not going to be one specific DH. That's it.
I think
there's not going to be one specific DH. Basically, he said the way Bob Melvin's going to work it is if guys get a quote unquote half day off. So, for example, say Willie Adames needs to take a day. Well, guess what? He's going to DH. If Matt Chapman needs to take a day, he's going to DH. If Ramos needs to take a day. He's going to DH. Yeah, and live, exactly. It's going to be a revolving door.
Well,
So
time to
look,
tell.
again, doesn't sound like they're going to try to find a specific person to bat DH. All right, let me get to the end here.
Okay, another clip. Let her rip.
Okay, again, Murph is reiterating. Are you done trying to find talent? You look at to add to the roster, or are you done? This is going to be the last part.
In case you missed it the first time, he just thought he'd sprinkle that back in. Here we go.
Well, I think Murph, what I've learned is things can change quickly. There's not, I wouldn't say there's a lot that is imminent right now, but that could change by the time we get off the phone. So sorry for the boring answer, but we'll keep on looking.
I guess, the other thing that intrigued me too is trades. And I don't know if the landscape has changed much. And I know like trades are something.
I'll say that, the first few, for me to say if it's hard or not, I don't know. This is so new to me. It's felt hard. I'll say that, the first few months. And it's, I guess it's somewhat understandable too, is teams and us as well. You kind of fall in love with certain players and maybe you overvalue them sometimes more than you should. And
that's being honest.
I think
being honest,
whether this is fair or not, just my take on it is that it's safer not to trade somebody, right? You're kind of sticking your neck out on the line if you do trade somebody. And we live in a day and age where trades are so heavily scrutinized. I think there's pause from some people to move players where they think, okay, well, yeah, maybe we're not in love with them anymore, but if I do trade them and somehow they catch fire, it's going to look really bad. So it's safer to just hold. And look, that's kind of what I've seen. Whether that's accurate or not, I don't know.
Busted.
There you go.
Don't fall into the Farhan trick here of just holding on to a player's not trading anybody. That's what I was hearing. That's what I was hearing, Eric. Maybe you don't want to give up on your players. Can't be making deals. Can't be making trades.
I don't know, man.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
I don't know. You guys, did you learn anything from this interview? I don't think you really learned it. The only thing I think we learned is I think I said this last night, and after this interview, it even fortifies my thought. The Giants are done, man. They're done with 2025.
You know what I picked up in that whole interview? Buster Posey's green, man. New to the job.
100%. 100%.
He even made a little snippet there that.
I mean, he was honest. At least he was honest, and he came out and said, "Hey, I'm green, man. I don't know what the hell I'm doing." Basically, that's what he said. That's what he said. He came out and he said, "I'm in over my head." I think someone said that in the chat. Someone said that in the chat in the very, very beginning. I think before he even went live.
Now, this may be a first. Grand Admiral Posey says, am I just checking there? Yeah, he agrees with Glenn. That don't happen every day. Buster sounds very Farhan risk-averse.
Doesn't he?
Work? No, it's going to be.
He does.
Baseball, yeah.
The guy is yeah, it's tough, man.
I don't know about that. I think he was
I don't
honest.
think so.
I think he was honest.
So. Yeah, I think he was being honest. And of course, Andrew Baggerly had an interesting article that came out, what was it, last week, talking about the word around the league is they were being very aggressive in trying to trade. The problem is, who were they trying to trade? Were they trading anyone worth anything? Or were they trying to just offload? Maybe the other GMs were saying you're wasting our time. Yeah. So I don't know. He could be trying to soften the blow. It could be, right? I mean, is that a possibility? Guys, it's a possibility. He is saying that to soften the blow that there is not going to be a trade. Okay.
Godfather, we're not blaming him.
No. Well, I think look, he's new, and then I don't think Godfather's coming.
He hasn't done a very good job yet, but he's new.
Well, the thing is, and that's the problem when you're new and this is the first look. It's not easy to be a GM or a president of baseball operations, right? It's not hard, or I should say, it is hard. It's not easy. But no, he might be talking to the chat as well, because I know the chat's getting in on him. But hey, at least he's being honest. At least he's coming out and saying, I really don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Interesting take here. Vince says ownership told Posey to close the shop. Maybe true.
Possible.
Shut down the bank account, baby.
Eric Snowfree, come on, turd. Come on. He's only had the job for 3 months. Right, turd? Yes, I get it. He took the job. There should have been some expectations there.
Yeah, maybe he's a lame duck, though, Eric. Yeah, hey, don't make excuses for what should be expectations.
Hey, hold on.
It's a limited job. How many people are doing that job in the world, Eric? Get the best.
Fair enough, God.
Posey's the best, and he ain't doing a good job.
Right on, Godfather. But here's the thing. Don't blame Buster. He inherited it. He did, right? He inherited a dumpster fire. We can all agree to that. When Buster Posey came in, the organization wasn't exactly running on all cylinders.
Yeah, but come on. I'm going to argue with you, Eric, and say, what about the aggressiveness? We got Adames. Where's it? Aggressive? What have we done?
Maybe someone was doing his advisor a favor. Right? Because who did Jeff Berry work for before he became Posey's advisor? A CAA. What organization is Willie Adames' free agent agency? Yeah, it's CAA. So I think there was a little bit of collusion, if you will, right? There probably was. So I think that's the reason why they were able to get Willie Adames.
I hope this isn't true. I hope it isn't true. Alive.
I hope it's not alive. Honestly, I hope it isn't either. The one thing we can't say sitting here, the common denominator is ownership. Can we all agree on that? Sure, Farhan has had his faults. Sure, if you want to I wouldn't say criticize Posey, but if you want to be a little bit more objective, I get it. I understand. But we also have to understand that the ownership also has a big part to play in this.
You know, every day, I caught your show yesterday when I was starting my day because I had to work the overnight shift. I was just getting out of bed in the middle of the afternoon. I saw you, and Vintage Oddball had some good comments. He's back today.
He did, yes.
We learned that Posey's praying that the young players will overachieve. Now, if that's what we're praying for, Eric, you're praying for miracles.
I know, dude.
That's the way you build a ball club.
I know.
But that's been the talk in our show the last week. Hey, what if? Maybe.
Yeah, that's all you. Honestly, that's Glenn. As fans, that's all we could go off of. Look, what's up, Mike?
With this organization, yes, it is, Eric.
What are you going to do? There's nothing we can do.
What up, Mike?
I mean, what else can you do? Now, let's talk about some of these things. We're talking about what was the first guy we were going to talk about? That wasn't
the word inauspicious. It's going to be an inauspicious year. Eric.
Inauspicious.
You like that?
Glenn with the big brain. Well,
hey, Ed. Oh, it was a big brain in there.
What the hell are we going to talk about, Bo? Because there was a part that I wanted to talk about before we got into Grant McCray. Was it the pitching?
Geez, I can misdirect you with just one word. Boom.
No, because remember we were playing the interviews. I said we'll come back to it. I can't remember what it was. Anyways, but yes, he did talk about Grant McCray in that interview. Look, he's a project right now. He's got stuff to work on. Is he exciting? Yeah, he's we've used this word before. He's toolsy, no doubt about it. He plays in a fantastic center field. He's got speed, but the problem is at the plate. He's got power.
When I was a young man in radio coming up, Eric, that was a long, long time ago. I mean, like Smithsonian generation later. When I was a young guy in radio and you were considered a project around the radio station, know where they put you? Midnight to 6, where I'm freaking working on the oldie station right now. They put you on overnights, Eric.
Yep.
If you're in I'm in that oldie station I'm working at, major market. So I got more listeners overnights than I got in other stations to work at in the daytime. But that having been said, I regress. McRae, a project. Where should a project be playing?
Triple
Sacramento.
Yeah. And that's where he's going to be. He's going to be there for a while.
Triple A.
And again, he's going to have to cut down those strikeouts. If he wants any shot to have a somewhat lengthy stay in the MLB, he's going to have to cut down those strikeouts. We all see it. Everybody sees it.
He'll be going to play in Korea.
Now, look, and look, we all see it, guys. We see the potential there. Again, he's got the speed. He's got the fielding. He's got the power. Now, can he cut down on those strikeouts? That's going to be the key. And that's something that was talked about. That was his biggest hurdle he had to overcome when they called him up last year. They said he was going to strike out a lot, and he did not disappoint.
Yeah. His batting numbers are more like a home run hitter, aren't they, Eric?
Yeah.
What do you expect kind of from a guy who hits the long balls consistently?
Right. But he's not
got
built
all
for
the
that.
other tools. He's got a lot of other tools, too. So he's not a one-trick pony, but that strikeout. I mean, the number doesn't lie to you, Eric. Doesn't lie.
And here's the question.
He's got his guys too, Eric. They come in this chat, and I see them over on Skater's show as well in his chat. They love if you like Buster said, people fall in love with their players, Eric.
They do.
What can you do?
They absolutely do. Yes.
Wilmer Flores.
Oh, yeah. We're gonna have to play that. I'll play that a little bit later. It's gonna be good stuff. But and here's the thing, guys. Ibrahim, I was texting him last night. We're talking about this stuff going on. Dude, we went on for like hours just getting the shit off our chest, right?
You not have a life, Eric.
Jeez. No. And we were talking about this, and Ibrahim brought up a great point. Verlander, does that not reek of Bobby Evans? I don't know if were you following the Giants during that era?
Who, me?
Yeah. You were following
the Giants for 40 years, Eric.
Okay. So here we go. Because remember, the Shamarja, the Cueto. Now, Melanson, I'll give him credit on Melanson because the Giants needed a damn closer.
You know,
Longoria.
You can talk about far out. That's where it went south.
Longoria, McCutchen.
Yeah,
he likes those veterans. And I understand veterans do have a place to play.
But veterans don't give you a future, Eric.
It depends on where they are in their veteran status, right?
You're signing 30-year-old players, and now 42. It's not your future.
If you're a veteran and you're only 32, okay, that's okay, or 30.
So in 3 years' time, Eric, if you load up on players of that ilk, another one of that ilk, what happens when you build a team that gets someone competitive?
That's why
then you got to go and find pitching.
Well, this is the deal. You could do that. Look. You can do that if you're hitting on the draft, because then when their time is up, who is coming up? Alive Insurance is hitting on it.
Yep.
Okay. I'm not going to say about block, but what I'm saying is if you get these, if you know that, hey, we got these guys coming up in the next 2 to 3 years. Okay. We could go get that veteran for 2 or 3 years because we expect a lot from this particular prospect. So we're good to go. Right. That's fine. That's good planning. You're planning ahead because you don't want to get to that veteran where you got to release him and then you got no one to take his place and then you got to go back out in the free agent market. Look,
that's why I'm not so hard on them with they don't get a first baseman for this upcoming season.
Yes, that's what I've been saying.
Okay. It's okay.
That's what I've been saying, right?
But when you go on KNBR radio, Eric. When you go on KNBR and you're already tossing around, that guy isn't even taking the ball field at spring training. You're talking about, it was a good year. We'll re-sign Verlander. That scares me.
Okay, guys. Speaking of young, Baseball Prospectus. I used to buy their book every year. Baseball Prospectus is fantastic. Guys, if you guys want to get some fantastic information, if you buy their yearly publication, it usually comes out every year around March. It breaks down everything about players, dude. It's now Can you go on the internet and find it? Yes. But if you like to have a book in your hands to find out information, Glenn, it's like this thick.
I have it.
Oh, you got it too? Yeah, I got one from
a year. I skip a few years. Can't afford it every year, but
dude, it's awesome, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful publication. If you guys are really into, wanting to figure some of these guys out and they give a history, dude, it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. Anyways, Baseball Prospectus. Guess what they released? Their top 100 for prospects.
Oh, where's Bryce on that list? Number 6.
Number 15, Bryce Eldridge, guys.
Ooh.
I
never believed that stuff anyway, Eric. I never believed that stuff anyway.
Oh, come on. It's that Baseball Prospectus. Look, this isn't Bleacher Report.
Number 15.
This isn't Bleacher Report. This is Baseball Prospectus.
What's their explanation of that? How'd they come up with that number?
I don't know. You're going to have to get into their stuff and read into it. But I found it interesting that they got him ranked at number 15. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Look at Daniel. Daniel, man, I thought I was freaking tough. Boy, your standards, buddy. Woo! I got high standards, but look, I thought he was going to be in the top 10. Hey, top 15 is pretty damn good. And Kobe Mayo, yeah, I was right there. Yeah, PMG. I hear you, dude. Don't get me started on that. All we had to do is trade Snell last year. We could have had the top 14 and 15.
Kobe? He must be on that list.
Yeah, it's right above Bryce Eldridge, 14. What's up, Will? Oh, he's Giants will not get $1 out of me. I'm stunned that they are done this offseason at this roster. I know, dude. 500. That's what I've been saying. Will, I was like, as they currently are constructed, they are 500.
I'll be able to buy the Baseball Prospectus. I'll be able to afford it. Tell the guys what I came on the air and I blatantly said last night, Eric. How am I saving money this year?
You're not gonna do the season tickets, right?
Nope. We're out on season tickets this year.
Dante DC says Justin Verlander is a waste of money. The guy is done. I wouldn't say he's done, but he's past his prime. Glenn Craig should be freaking out like Mad Dog Russo.
Now I'm trying to keep it down low. I got all my pills all on the table here. I haven't taken my full regimen, so I'm trying to be.
Look at that. They want you to go off.
Can you imagine if I passed out on the air? Oh, they'd love it then, wouldn't they?
You know what they want to see?
Take my moments.
Glenn, this is what they want to see. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly what they want.
That's what they want to see, man. That's what they want to see.
Somebody texted that to me in early December, and they said, have you ever been worried you're going to fall over on the keyboard? I'm like, yeah. The doctor says that every time she looks at my yearly physical. She's like, yeah, you're in pretty good health considering. I mean, considering what?
But again, going back to what we're trying to say, it's okay if you have veterans, if you've got someone like this, Bryce Eldridge that's coming up. Look, tomorrow, we may have another superstar coming. We have maybe we're going to get Joe Sarr.
Oh, Jesus, Eric.
That's what we're going to talk about.
I don't want to poo-poo tonight, okay? I don't feel like poo-pooing. But, Eric, what do we don't get him either?
Oh, stop. Oh, dude.
He was supposed to be. Oh, he's the sure thing. Oh, Eric, I don't want to poo-poo, but come on, man.
Could you imagine if
Glenn,
I'm
more worried about you.
I'm gonna yeah, dude. I think I'll snap my cap. I think I'll snap my cap if that happens tomorrow.
Bernice messaged me the other day. Is Eric quitting the show? I like, what do you mean? I went back and went, I'm out. You look like a 20-year-old younger me.
Dude,
I'm out.
Dude. Yeah, I was talking about the 365. I'm done. Done, dude.
All you can do is laugh, man. I'm laughing
or cry. Laugh or cry.
Oh, we don't get him tomorrow, man, or in the next few days. I don't know. What do you think? He'll be an instant signing? I haven't heard anything.
I think it should be an instant signing, right? Right? Should be. That'd be. But anyways,
Flores isn't playing second base this year. He's going to DH and play some first base on occasionality.
Dear God.
Wade's going to play more first base than Wilmer. Wilmer's going to DH. Yaz and right. Eric thinks Mato's more so in right.
All right.
I don't know where Flores at second comes from.
Can't happen.
No.
Can't do that.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
kind of agree with. We're on agreement tonight here. What a night for Giant Sports Talk and Grand Admiral. I just don't like the energy from Buster and
That's
Sal.
fair.
Absolutely. Even in his interview, he's sort of like,
Oh shit! He
Right.
makes a good point.
yeah.
Grand Admiral, I totally forgot about that. Remember, Buster Posey, this was a few weeks ago, talks about, yeah, Zach Manasian's a gunslinger. I like to have these gunslingers in my gunslingers. Grand Admiral, great freaking pool, man. I can't believe I forgot that.
I think
you,
maybe,
sir.
yeah, but maybe he's a victim of circumstance, like you said earlier in the show, Eric. It's okay to have the nice firearm, but he got no bullets.
You can't come out
bullets
and
in the
say
chamber,
you
what do
got
you do?
gunslingers, and the gunslinger gets you a 42-year-old freaking pitcher. That's not gunslinging, man. That's getting pistol whipped.
Or pissed on.
You're getting pistol whipped. You're not gunslinging.
Hey, Danny Tartable's still out there somewhere, Eric. Maybe we can sign him.
Dear God,
I don't know.
it's salsa. Pew pew. Pew pew.
With the
Pew
squirt
pew
gun.
pew.
Hey, I saw a commercial on the YouTube. I was watching old commercials yesterday, Eric, for old. We talked about it before Christmas. Remember the Christmas catalog?
Yeah.
It was this
Yeah.
thick. You could use it as a doorstop, right?
You can use it as a door. Yeah.
Dude, I knew every toy on every freaking page of that thing from the middle of November, and I want this, and I want this. And you remember the cap guns, Eric? And it used the red tape.
The red tape.
And it
and
would go pop, pop.
Yeah, and
it's right.
you had to circle it up. Yeah.
No,
Turd.
I'm going to send you out in the mail.
Turd.
I gotta find it. I've got like 3 of them in the closet, the back of the closet here somewhere. You asked about something, and I told Bernice when I get back to Winnipeg, I'm gonna dig them out. You know, I got a little spring fun for you, Eric. I'm gonna send you out. We can do a live video. Paul's always about doing live videos. Let's go golfing. I said, I don't think so. Let's go to this. Let's go to that. I'm gonna send you a brand new one of those water rockets.
Oh yeah, dude. Those things.
I go out there for hours, dude. I fill it up. Those things will take your eye out, won't they?
They will, man. If you ain't careful, turd, you about made me spit up my coffee, and I don't do that. Angel Villanova was more of a gunslinger. Well, you don't know. Yeah, you know about him, right?
Yeah.
What else? Oh, hold on. There was something. Oh,
Be
Graham,
careful who you sign.
it ain't happening, dude. Giants aren't trading for nobody. They're trading for nobody. They're not trading for anybody.
I think it's a case of what you see is what
You get. Yeah, that's what it is. Mike Ross wants to know, why are the Giants expected to get Joe Sarr? Supposedly they've been on him for years.
Yeah.
And they've already got the agreement set in, Mike. And according to McCovey Chronicles, who read that back in, what was that, September? I think they wrote that.
Yeah.
That the Giants are predicted to sign him. So let's see what happens, guys.
They were in on Yamamoto for longer than the Giants, and that didn't fall through. So nothing would surprise me, Eric. Nothing.
Oh, don't tell me that.
Nothing's
What's up, Chris Navarro? Good to see you, man.
Christopher? I haven't seen Christopher.
I don't know, dude. It's gonna be a while until this happens again, man. We want San Francisco baseball to be good too. Exactly, Will. We just went over it. Yeah. I'm not. Let's just say I'm not getting the warm and fuzzies.
Mike,
Abraham.
Eric, ask me. They're going to sign him tomorrow if it gets done. Tomorrow is the day.
Who? Joe Sarr?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tomorrow. Count on it. He's signing somewhere.
I did not know he sat down with Kawakami as well. Good Lord, he just doubled down on running with this. Oh, hold on. Woo. He's coming in hot. Good Lord, he just doubled down on running with the ass roster and banking on Encarnacion, Wade, and Flores. Seriously, dude.
It's not getting it done. I'll check that
What
out.
number is he on the international? He is number 2, right behind Roki Sasaki. Giants are not going to LD. Love you, man. They'll be 500, but they're not going to be in the wild card.
No.
Let's talk about this, LD. Let's do the division winners. It's just hypothetical. For the West, Dodgers.
That's January talk, man.
Right. You're right. Right. Here we go. West, Dodgers. The Central, Cubs. We'll say Cubs. Why not? The East, the Phillies.
Yeah, Phillies.
Now let's talk about the other teams. Okay, so there's your three. Now you got three wild card spots, and you have Arizona, San Diego,
There you go.
the Mets, the Braves,
Atlanta.
the Brewers.
Atlanta.
Yeah, I already did that. Yep. The Brewers. Cincinnati is probably going to be pretty good.
And we open with the Reds. Let's see what happens.
And then you got the Giants, right? Somewhere around there. Look, that's 6 teams ahead of the Giants that have a better shot at the wild card for only 3 spots. I just don't see it. I could see them have a better record than last year, but I just don't see them getting into wild card. Now, that being said, that's if everybody is healthy. Of course, a certain roster could get devastated. Look what happened to the Braves last year. Acuna and Strider, and then I think Michael Harris II. They all got hurt. Their second baseman, what's his name? How come I can't think of the little guy?
Two trains of thought there, Eric. 2 trains of thought. You're talking about a lot of hurdles ahead of you.
Yeah.
You get
if you want to get a wild
the
card.
other is,
yes.
and the other is, are we going to stay healthy too?
Yeah, it's a great point. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if everybody is healthy,
too many variables, too much.
If everybody is healthy,
again, too much. Well, maybes in this equation, Eric. Well, maybe.
So it's not going to be easy to get a wild card. It just isn't.
Ozzy Albies.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw that the Reds. I saw that in MLB trade rumors yesterday. They got a TV deal. So now they're going to have some more money to play with. And let's not forget, remember, they just hired Terry Francona.
Yeah. Good manager. He'll bring out the best.
Daniel, you're not advocating for that, are you? You're not advocating Ha-Seong Kim, are you?
No, you must be talking about Ha-Seong Kim, but he's already signed. I don't think Daniel would say Ha-Seong.
Daniel, please. Daniel, are you talking Ha-Seong Kim would be awesome?
I'm trying to throw him a bone here. No, he's not, Eric.
He is. He is. No, he is.
He can't be. He must mean Haesung, but he forgot he's already signed.
No, he's saying Ha-Seong Kim. Look, here's the problem with that. I mean,
trying to help you, Daniel.
He's not going to be playing until June. And look, has he been getting better? Yes, but that's not what the Giants need.
Nope.
That's not what the Giants stick with. Is he that much better than Fitzgerald at this point in time in their career? I don't think they are.
I don't want to put our channel down. Giant Sports Talk Live, same crap every night.
Yeah, well,
it really is, dude.
It is.
We're back on the Ha-Seong Kim crap again, eh? That train has left the station, Eric. It's rolled on.
But I wouldn't be surprised. It would not surprise me.
Speaking of trains,
because he's not going to start. Hey, I don't want to get a free agent and then he's sitting out the first 2 to 3 months. I don't like it.
Yeah.
No Kim, and yes, Vince, no Santander.
No, they're going to have to let it roll with what they got, Eric. See what happens next year. There's always Eric, it's Giants baseball. There's always next year. That always next year.
Ain't that something? We're not even into 2025 yet, and we're already talking about 2026, dude.
Or 27, maybe.
LD, it ain't happening, man. Santander, Buster's already said what they're going to do with DH. And it ain't going to be a full-time DH. It's going to be a rotation.
Platoon. There's that
word. The DH is going to be platooned. Anthony, the Giants are not going to trade. Buster's even just came out and said it. I don't like to trade players. in no uncertain terms. That's not exactly what he said. But he's afraid.
Doesn't it sound like Farhan, though? Doesn't it sound? No,
yes.
What are you doing?
It does. Oh, shit.
Sounds like Farhan.
The risk aversion.
Eric, there's a risk about trading players. There's a risk about trading players. Dude. I didn't like that at all. The whole interview, that's the one thing that I hated. Yeah, the only good thing was the movie. That's it.
That gives me some pain. Fernando Buster is putting his poker face on.
No, he's not well versed in the job enough to play poker face.
What Posey was saying, he's saying they're afraid to trade, I'm guessing young players, because they don't want to get burned, where they trade them and all of a sudden they go gangbusters and then they're left.
Eric, that's baseball.
I know that.
That's front office baseball. Oh my God. Look at all those big trades. Look at the biggest trades in baseball, Eric. Look at the biggest trades. And it always includes guys that went on to be the biggest trades I'm talking about. Guys went on to be stars in both teams.
Yeah.
Joe Carter, Cleveland, trading Joe Carter and Roberto Alomar. And people thought that they got both teams benefited. You're going to have to give up talent. Oh, don't even get me down that path tonight. Talent for talent, Eric. And if somebody wants one of your young players and you're not playing them, well, he might be good. You can't be doing that.
It's also saying it could be that ownership stopped Farhan from moving on favor. That's true. That could be something to it. LD says Posey's in stealth. I'm done. I'm done with the stealth mode shit. If it happens, it happens. I'm done. I'm done predicting. I'm done saying Posey's running deep in the MLB waters. I'm done saying that. Hey, whatever happens, happens, man. Because every time I try to be positive, bites me right back in the ass.
Yeah. Logan, I'm on Oldies 96 in about, 9, 10, 11 minutes. But I taped the first hour of the show. Don't tell the boss. I taped the first hour, so you're going to hear me here. You're going to hear me there.
Hey, Robert, I'm glad you're still optimistic. My optimism has fell by the wayside after last night.
Yep. Robert, you can buy my season tickets. How about that?
Yeah, it is, LD. And I don't mean to be so freaking, I don't want to be negative. That's the problem. I don't want to be negative. I've been sitting here freaking carrying the flag. I've been the flag bearer for the last 3 months. And sure, we got Willie Adames, but after that, it just all of a sudden it's just crickets. I look, I'm the Verlander thing, whatever. To me, whatever.
You're the flag bearer, but you get burned by the Olympic flame, Eric. That's what happened.
Just a little bit.
You're getting burned. And guys, don't kid yourself. Step back, take a step back, and look at our lineup and look at our pitching staff. That's not competitive. It's not competitive, Eric. It's some parts of that may be decent. What if you get a big year from Jung-Hoo? It's not going to carry you. You get a big year from somebody else, it's not going to carry you. You are going to need everything from everybody, no injuries, miracle assignments. You're going to have pitchers, just pitching lights out. It's too much to ask for to be competitive with this roster, Eric.
Yeah. Now, in a few years, maybe they're doing something. If they get Joe Sarr and he turns out to be everything they pan out in the NFL.
A few years, he's 16.
17.
Okay.
So
I'll start again. A few years, he's 17.
Hey, it's possible he could come up when he's 20.
He's playing next year.
It's possible. Again, it's possible he could come up at 20 years old.
Man.
He could come up.
He could.
No, I'm just saying. It's possible. It's possible. I'm just saying, and if it is possible with Eldridge and Joe Sarr, hey, maybe you're doing something. But again, that's only 2 players. What's up, ball boy?
And this team taking a dump in the standings is more of a possibility.
Oh, dude, where's everyone getting the Santander information from? The hell is that?
Santander turned down an offer from the Blue Jays, man. He wants long-term.
Oh, damn, that's a motorcycle. Damn, I'm hearing it through my damn headphones. Anyways.
Usually those are the boys in my neck of the woods. I hope you're okay up there.
Damn, dude.
Pay your bills?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Let's see. The giant rotation will keep them in games until they don't.
By the way, guys, we're talking a little bit about everything here. I just want to ask you, Eric. Not that there's no call out here. This is just for educational purposes only. Can you see, Eric, are we back monetized again on the screen? How does that work? Are we back running?
We're all good.
We are?
Set it up. Yeah, I already set it up. We're good.
Oh, good. There you go. We had been down. There was a technical glitch.
Just a tad.
Yeah, because I didn't do my homework. That's what it was. It's all about the homework, Eric. Gotta do your. Yeah, blame everything on Glenn. Eric only asked me to do it, about 40 days ago. Didn't you?
Better late than never, right?
Hey, I'm like
Better late than
Posey.
never.
At least I'm telling it like it is.
What do you think of this?
Woo, big Asian community in Toronto, Eric, man. They'll love them up there.
What's up, Isaac?
And you're not going to get a quieter. I was thinking about this for a big city, the biggest in Canada. You're not going to get a quieter media market than Toronto Major League Baseball for him to play. If that's his go-to, man.
Yes, Graham, it's full.
And Eric, again, if he doesn't want to be in a major market, media market,
right?
Then why is everybody? Oh, it's going to be LA. It's going to be LA. Well, that kind of goes against what has
exactly
been
the opposite of what they've been saying. I know.
Toronto be perfect fit, and quite frankly, I'm quite happy to see him go to the American League, do damage, do whatever he wants over there, Eric. I'm quite happy. Keep him out of the National League West.
Okay, let's talk about this, guys. What is the worst case scenario? What is the worst case scenario of where Roki Sasaki could sign?
Dodgers.
Okay, you say Dodgers. Anyone else?
Dodgers. And then they re-sign him in 6 years, Eric. We don't touch first base for the next more than a decade.
Okay. So, guys, tell me, what would be the worst case scenario for the San Francisco Giants of where Roki Sasaki could sign?
I heard you,
Vince,
I heard you last night. Too.
I'm going to say Vince and Doc, Brian, Lucas, Daniel, $7 grand.
Steven's hedging his
You know what it is? I'm going to tell you something right now. The worst case is he signs with the damn San Diego Padres. You know why?
Why?
Why? I'll tell you why. I'm glad you asked that question, Glenn.
Why?
Of the 4 top free agent pitchers out there, right? What are the 4? What are the 4?
Oh, you're telling me they haven't picked
What
one
are the
up
4?
yet. I feel
Hold on. Snell, Burns, Fried, Sasaki.
Yeah.
Okay. If Sasaki goes to the San Diego Padres, the NL West has plucked 3 of the 4 top free agent pitchers. And guess who is not one of those of the 4?
Time's up.
San Francisco Giants. So you're telling me you're going
to
let
Verlander, Eric. Come on.
And we give Verlander. So you're telling me the Dodgers, they got Logan Webb.
Thank you.
Diamondbacks get Corbin Burns, and the San Diego Padres get Roki Sasaki? Dude.
I feel you. But
Dude.
if he goes to the Dodgers, dude, it's lights out.
Dude.
Come on, man. It's I'm fearful of the Dodgers.
So you're telling me the San Francisco Giants, who've had a pretty damn good history of getting starting pitching, you're telling me you can't get at least one of those 4? Not one. They didn't get not one. They didn't get Max Fried, who he wound up going to the AL East. Everybody else is going, again, waiting on Sasaki's announcement. But 3 of the 4 have gone to the NL West, and the Giants have got none of them. So are you telling me that's going to be good for the same? That looks bad, dude. That looks freaking bad.
Daniel, you're crazy. You're crazy. We're a wild card team win.
No,
okay, I should have. I shouldn't say that.
We're not a wild card.
We're a wild card team, Eric. In 2028.
No.
2028. 28, I think.
Jeez, I can't believe that. Guys, does that do anything? Does that bother you guys? Does that bother you that 3 of the top 4 have decided to go to the NL West and not one of them had signed with the Giants? It just it just leads.
I feel it.
It's frustrating.
LD, these guys are just Eric.
BitLab, wild card in NFL.
Fooling themselves. Wild card team, Eric. Wild card team.
We're not a wild card team.
No, we're not. But you can't talk sense into these guys.
Now, again, when the baseball season starts, anything can happen. Right, guys? Follow me. Follow me.
Baseball, 90 wins. We won't win.
We ain't
We're lucky
winning
to
90
win
wins.
80.
We're not improving by what did we get last year? 79?
Fiddlesticks.
There's no way we're increasing by 11 wins. I don't see it. But baseball's funny, man. Baseball's funny. Could it happen, Glenn? It could. We can't sit there and say it's
down to Vegas, Eric.
We
When I'm down
cannot-
to the Scorpions next month. I'll throw a little cash on it for you.
we cannot sit there and say the Giants absolutely, positively will not get 90 wins. I'm not going to say
If they
that.
have a huge year, there's one bad thing, one very disappointing thing about it. If they have a huge year, especially over at Oracle Park, Eric, I'll be over at the Valkyrie games, and I'm going to miss all the fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to be having a lot of fun over there, Eric. Look, I got 2 new shirts, sporting my shirts all week. I'm all fired up, ready to go.
Yep.
Oh, buddy, I'm more fired up about women's basketball than I am about the San Francisco Giants.
Well, you know what? I expected a little bit more. Look, again, did I expect everything to get fixed in one offseason? No. No, I did not expect everything to get fixed in one offseason. But the thing I thought that the Giants were going to be able to fix was the starting rotation. And Verlander, to me, is not the answer.
Ben Bamboo, which side of the fence are you on here? He says, we were just discussing trades for Roberts in the NCS chat, and it's realistic.
It ain't going to happen, man.
Are you
The
over
Giants,
there? How do I keep track of all these things, man?
Look, trades can happen. If you bring up baseball trade values, yes, I'm sure you can figure it out. The problem is, are the Giants willing to do that? No, they're not. And to be honest with you, the guy's got a bit of history with the injury. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
I just don't see the San Francisco Giants being able to get it done, man. I don't. And until they prove me otherwise, I'm not doing it. I'm not even going down. Hey, I've already been burnt too much. I said, go get Soto. We're going to get Sasaki. We're going to get Corbin Burns. I'm done. 3 strikes. I'm out. I'm done, dude. I'm done, guys. You guys want to go out there and think that it can get done? That more power to you. Go for it, man. I'm all
staying
for
away.
it.
I'm staying away
But
from
I'm staying away. I'm staying away from it. Just saying.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything. Look, the offseason has been going on since the 5 games after the end of the World Series. I'm not even doing it. Yes, exactly. I've been wrong so much. I was so positive. I was.
Yeah. A lost offseason.
Oh, God. No, I'm done. Tucker. Vlad.
I like Eric.
At least I'm on a roll.
Eric,
I'm 3 for 3 for being wrong. Yeah.
Eric goes on the air yesterday afternoon. The first thing he does is scream, and then he says, "That's it. The video's gone." I know the Sasaki video is gone.
It's gone. I got there's nothing.
Ripped her out of there.
Yeah, it's gone. No more
I love
Sasaki.
it.
It's done. See ya.
I don't know why another channel would be talking about trading for Luis Robert.
No,
First
I
of
get
all,
it.
The guy gets hurt, and second of all, we can't. This organization doesn't know what it
That's
takes
the
to make
issue.
a trade.
That's the issue is I just don't think the Giants can do it. I just don't think the Giants are going to be able to get a trade done. I have no faith in this organization at this time. Until they get it done, then I'll change my tune. But right now, I just don't see it, man. I just don't. I think this is what we got, man. This is what we have.
And guys, we've got Eldridge possibly the following season. What are we going to have this every year it's the same thing? Or what are we going to have a remarkable offseason next year, Eric, where we tip
We're
the
not.
scales of justice and we become this winning franchise overnight? Eric, it's supposed to be in, dribs and drabs, if you will. We're not even, there's no dribs. There's no drabs, no dribs. We didn't get any better this offseason, Eric. I don't think we got better. We're still a 500 team. And I asked Eric on the air December 12th, 14th, 19th, are we better today than we were last year? Oh, wait till January.
Yeah, wait, man.
Wait till
Wait.
January.
Wait. That's what I said, right? Because, right. Now,
The
Glenn,
waiting's over.
there you go.
The waiting's
And what
over.
did I say? Hold on. What did I say? If nothing happens by January what? 15th.
I don't care. Pick a day. I'll give you to the
Right?
30th.
I
It ain't
said
going to
that.
make any difference.
I know that, man. I know.
Babe Rocks is excited for Giants. I'm excited for Valkyries basketball, baby. Yeah. It's something to cheer for. And they're expansion teams. So if they lose every game, it's expected. This team's going to lose games, Eric, and they should be winning. It's a storied franchise.
It's message. I would not go that
I'm getting wound up, and I didn't even realize it.
Hey, it's message. I would not go that far. There's no reason to call Posey a clown. There's no reason in the
clown.
Come on. We don't need to go that far. Come on. The guy's only been in the position.
That term in this chat once.
I think if you want to say, I think Buster Posey is in over his head, I would agree with you. I would 100% agree with you.
Yeah. Dresses well. Looks the part.
Again, it's his first year.
Mike, let me tell you something, baby. It's over. It's not over until it's over. And guess what? It's over. It's over. Stick a fork in it. They're done, man.
It's what it seems like.
God.
It's what it seems like.
Oh,
honestly, that's what it seems like.
This optimism is enough to kill a man, Eric. Killing me anyway. Jeez.
It's message. That's a fantastic question. I wish I had the answer. I think we were kicking around this last night a lot, guys. It's message 100%, man. What was the point of giving money to Chapman and Willie Adames? It doesn't. I agree with you. It doesn't make sense, man.
Yeah, to break even.
I don't want Santander. Ball boy. I don't want Santander. I don't want Santander. No, sir. No, sir. Yes, George, we talked about it. I don't know if you're here in the very beginning. We played some of that, some of the clips from of Buster Posey's comments. He's admitted it. He's green, man.
And he won't trade players.
And unfortunately, because he's green, George, and you're exactly what you're saying, George. He doesn't want to make a mistake like all the other GMs. This is the hey, George, let's talk here. This is the problem with this with Buster Posey at this particular time in his tenure as president of baseball operation. He's gonna act like Farhan. He's going to sit there. He's going to be risk adversive. He's not going to want to risk. He's going to err on the side of caution. And the problem is, if you do that, that's where you get ran over. That's where you get pulverized. You're not. You just got to. Sometimes you just got to go out there and you got to risk it. But again, I don't think he's just in that position mentally. And having the intestinal fortitude, so to speak, to be able to get that done. Look, it's one thing. Look, I guess I should have thought about this a long time ago. When you're putting on a uniform and you're going out there and you're playing the game, you have the skills, right? He has the skills to be able to excel in what he wants to do. He is now in waters that he is not comfortable with. And that's the problem. And its message to as of right now, yes, I think Farhan and Posey have the similar mindset in making deals. Okay, I'm not going to say they have the same mindset in baseball philosophy. That is, I think those are polar opposites. But as far as getting these deals done, whether it's free agency or trades, he's lacking, man. I mean, let's if you want to be truthful, he's lacking. And it's not because he's incapable. I just think that he's just a little bit in over his head. The longer he's in this position, the better he's going to be. And if he feels uncomfortable in doing it, well, then maybe, hey, you need to take inventory, right? Buster Posey should take inventory and go, hey, is this what I expected? Do I think I could do this? If he feels like he can, hey, right on, man. Stick with it. I don't think he's a quitter. But I think he's just got something to have to learn here. There's no doubt about it. Salsa says this also looks bad on his advisors and the GM. And here's the problem. Salsa, this is why I wanted Buster Posey to hire a GM who could do these things. And Buster Posey, kind of be on the sidelines, so to speak. A little OJT, a little on-the-job training for Buster Posey, and get a general manager who's familiar with getting these types of things done. I think it would have been a lot better than hiring someone from inside. It's just I think they could have gone a different direction.
Eric, because he is green, there's no better opportunity to get away with things. He's talking about afraid to pull triggers on trades, Eric. At least now you can't really, the public opinion's not going to be, oh my God, they're not going to crucify the guy. He's got that in his back pocket. Hey, I'm willing to, I think he'd have more balls if he'd say, I'm willing to try something. And by the way, there was a comment in here I saw posted during your little rant there. For the most part, Mike O says Buster never said he was done. I thought in the interview he made it clear. I'm done. I'm pretty much done.
He didn't say he was done, but
no uncertain words. He said he's done.
If you kind of analyze what he was saying, Mike, he's done. They're done.
He's going to roll with Wade and Wilmer.
And you are correct.
Hey,
he doesn't have this. He doesn't have the experience. Being a good baseball player doesn't mean you'll be a great baseball executive. And I agree.
He could be.
I agree. Now,
could be.
Yes, it doesn't mean he won't be. There you go. I think the issue he has right now at this particular time is that he's just getting familiar with doing this type of job. I think that's what it is. And I think he'll do fine. If he sticks with it, I think he'll be fine. Mike, he's done, dude. Mike, he's done, man. He's done. What I mean by done, let me clarify. There's not going to be no more trades, and there's going to be no more free agent signings. They are done with adding to the roster for 2025. Senior, it's how he pivots off this. Answer me this, Senior. Would you say was the Verlander move a good pivot? Yes, offseason's over, Mike. Offseason is over. Johnny Boy Johns, thank you, sir. Appreciate that, buddy. Thank you, sir. But back to Senior. Buster Posey pivoted to Verlander. Would you call that a good pivot? That kind of give you a clue on how he may pivot the rest of this year. Hey, maybe he learned from this one, and I don't know.
That's where it shows he's green, man.
Thanks, Johnny Boy. I appreciate that. Thank
All
you,
of
sir.
that pitching. There was a lot of free agent pitching out there, Eric.
And I agree. Should have got Burns. I messaged. I agree. Sir, I agree.
To come in with Verlander, that's an F on the report card.
Ibrahim. Breaking. Verlander breaks foot in process of pivot.
Yeah,
Burns is right there. I know.
He hopes
I know,
the neck
I
is
know.
better, Eric. He's feeling good. He hopes it's back to square one.
Great point. Graham, our good friend from across the pond, up there in the Northern Atlantic. Actually, it's not even Northern Atlantic. That's your how about the North Sea? Might he have gotten a little overconfident when he landed Adames? That he may have thought it was going to be easy with other free agents, like with dude, that could be onto something. That could be onto something.
I have more interest in this.
Graham,
Eric from Ben's. Dodgers are just too strong. Don't waste your money. Do you think there's a little bit of that among ownership saying, you know what? Our goose is already cooked. Let's just.
You know what? Nope. You know why I say? Because they could have spent money on pitching and they could have stayed in games. Buster Posey has said it. Pitching, defense, timely hitting. If they had built, look, all they had to get is two pitchers. I say it like it's going to be easy. But my God, it's the San Francisco Giants. It's Oracle Park. You got a chance when you're pitching in Oracle Park. They could have really done something if they got two good top of the rotation arms. Yeah.
Hey, ball boy. You know what? There are no certainties in baseball. There are no certainties. But guess what? Certainty is the Giants aren't making the postseason. Put it on your calendar today. Graham. Come on, Graham. Did you say Graham's a Dodger fan? He can't be a
No,
Dodger
Yankee.
fan. No,
Yankee.
because look what Graham's saying.
Yankee.
We're capable of taking on the Dodgers.
Yankees.
If all
Yankees.
goes to plan, we will win again. We're capable of taking on the Dodgers, Eric. I'm going to stick around for a little while longer. I don't have to go and do my radio show for a while, but this is usually the point where I would say, Eric, I'm out of here. My God, Graham.
He's talking about the Yankees. Yankees will be okay. We'll see.
Graham, you're killing me.
Yankees will be okay. They did get Bellinger. I wonder if they get Bregman. That's going to be interesting. The Rounder coming in with you can't be doing that to me, Rounder. You know how much I like wrestling, dude. You know how much I like wrestling. You can't be doing this. Dodgers are flexing to 24-inch pythons. Can't be doing that, brother. What do you know, Mean Gene? Can't do that, man. You can't do that to me.
Mike wants to know, are we losing the passion? Are you still a Giants fan?
What are you talking about, dude?
I got my ticket
Mike
ready to go.
Come on, dude.
I'll still go to a few games.
Come on, dude.
I'll go to more than Eric. How about that?
Come on. Hey, a fan can criticize their teams. Look, talk to Graham. Hey, senior, talk to Graham and tell me about Yankees fans.
Hey,
are you going to criticize a Yankees fan if they get after the Yankees? Come on. It's okay. It's okay to criticize the team if it needs to be criticized. I will give them praise when I give them praise. I think you've seen me do that, Mike. Come on, dude.
Guys, when you come into Giant Sports
just
Talk
because
Live,
you don't like what you're hearing,
no,
and
exactly.
it doesn't feel good. It may not feel good, but sometimes you just got to embrace it. You got to embrace it, Mike. Embrace it and understand that it's not good.
Yes. This isn't a channel for the warm and fuzzies, Eric. We tell it like it is. We call a spade a spade. This is not a playoff team, guys. And the channel continue to say we're going to win 90 games.
And I will look, it could. It could. Look, could the Giants win 90 games? It could happen. Come on. Detroit Tigers. Glenn, Detroit Tigers were able to get into a wild card last year. I didn't see that coming. Right? Come on. Right?
The Detroit Tigers had more pitching than we've got, Eric.
If you want to stand on that rock and say they will not positively, definitely not want 90, you could do that. But there's always a chance because it's baseball. Weird shit can happen.
Guys, I may not be in on the show Monday because this weekend I may win the Lotto 649. It just might happen, Eric.
And what if we make the playoffs? Hey, Mike, what if we make the playoffs? Awesome. Right on, man. I didn't see it. I'd be saying, hey, I didn't see it, but right on. Congratulations to the Giants and getting into the playoffs. That is my what if. I'm just saying, man, there's a lot of teams the Giants are going to have to leapfrog. It's not going to be easy.
Yeah, that's more like it. People are usually coming in on me. Eric, what are you willing to do? I don't think Eric's calling on a 90-win season, though. He's saying it could happen. I don't think Eric's placing any bets.
No, I'm not, dude. I'm not saying they're going to. I'm just saying you never know. It's baseball. Rick Montoya, thank you, sir. You can critique your team and still be a fan. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate it. See, there you go. See, Alex.
Mean Gene Burgers. I don't know about 70 and 92. I think they're better than the 70 win team, but they're not a 90.
Yeah. Look, here, I've said this. Are they going to win more games than they did last year? I think they win more games than they did last year. Are they going to be a playoff team? I don't think they're going to be a playoff team.
Oh, they've been talking about it, Dan.
What's up, Dan?
They've been telling us about that and some of your magical trades over here. Luis Robert, Mr.
Yes, Dan.
I hurt my toe. I stubbed my toe in the locker room. I gotta miss
Yes, Dan. Did on my show tonight. It's possible the Giants could win now. Yeah, absolutely. But it's more likely they do lose 90 than win 90.
500 ball team, Eric.
I gotta take off my damn sweater.
Oh, we just lost Eric. Hey, that gives me guys, what would I do without coffee breaks and sweater removals? The show is brought to you by our major sponsors, including our good friends over at Better Credit Cards.
What can I say that I haven't already said about BetterCreditCards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At BetterCreditCards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
That's just one of our sponsors. And we thank all of our sponsors, but our major sponsor, who was it? BetterCreditCards.com.
What I miss? He'd be a great fit for the job. No, dude, I'm just a dude. I'm the wrong person to have in any front. I'm just a fan, dude. That's all I am. Don't get me started on this. All that. Nope. I'll pass.
Giants fans everywhere were going crazy. They thought you were going to run around naked in the street. Eric's going shirtless.
No.
Sweater removal. That's all.
Hey, guys, real quick.
It's time for a commercial break.
Real quick. Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Guess where I'm going to be on Thursday?
Watching the big boy again.
Oh, I wish. Greg from Skaters on Baseball. Going to have a little interview. Here, let me do this.
Good luck, cool. Greg. You won't get a word in edgewise, man.
Woo! You know it, man. That's me, dude. Hey, I'm guilty as charged. When I go, I freaking go, man.
Oh, I know.
All right, let's check this out.
Oh, my.
This is great. This is a great short that he made, by the way. What's up, Skaters? The Giants could have had Max Fried. How do you like it here? Greg from Skaters on Baseball. What's up, man? I need someone to bump this off of, man. Nobody is going to be able to flash him money. I was looking for some news. This is not exactly the news I was expecting. Again, guys, I'm just trying to figure this out. Nice. Ain't that awesome?
Oh, my God.
That's freaking awesome, dude.
I can see it this year. Giants don't play 500 ball, but it was a sellout for Eric Romo bobblehead. He was moving around. Love it. Good work, Greg.
Oh, man, that was great. Freaking Greg, fantastic job on that promo, awesome. Man. God, I don't know how he did it. Hey, dude, that was good. That was good. Your rants are awesome.
I gotta ask you again, Eric. And you kind of went crazy on me. I didn't get really an answer from you. You kind of leapfrogged a little here, a little frogger. So tomorrow, number 2 free agent as far as signing from Japan. What if we don't get him, Eric? There you go. Keep it locked into a future episode of Giants Sports Talk Live when we reevaluate this. It might be even tomorrow night, Eric. You never know. Yeah.
That's just it. You're passing over my hypothetical ballsy trade, making it a great fit for the front office, afraid to pull the trigger, all like Posey and Menacing. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, see, I don't get this. What are the Giants doing a Steph Curry bobblehead promotion for, Eric? Like, come on.
Are you serious? What?
You got to milk your competition for revenue to sell tickets. This is crazy. When is this what we've become, Eric? People talk about, they've got some sellouts. Yeah, it's always on the biggest. It's bobblehead days, Eric. People aren't going to the baseball game. They're going to get bobblehead. Guys go with wheelbarrows full of them. And then slapping them up on eBay. Good move.
Where the heck is this? Oh, here, let's take a look. You guys want to take a look? We'll do this quick. I'm not going to freaking spin forever on this.
Come on, Dante. Eric goes crazy once in a while.
Hey, Matt Chapman.
Attaboy,
Gold Glove bobblehead. There we go.
Logan.
April. Charm hat.
Has Logan been? Have you been sneaking out of the show? Are you over at oldies96.com? You're not in St. John, I don't think. So you must be listening online. Thanks, man. I'm with Eric for another half an hour here, and then I've
Brandon Crawford T-shirt.
All right.
Patrick Bailey headband.
Come on, man.
For the kids. Yeah. Star Wars bucket hat night.
Sign me up.
Yeah, go get rid of that Shrek hat. Star Wars BB. What the hell's BB-8?
A BB-8, that's a little orange. Looks like an 8. It kind of bobbles around like your head in that video.
Oh, look at this. It's a Star Wars weekend. So you get a bucket hat and a BB-8 jersey.
Oh, they're not done, are they? Get back up there. They had more.
No, they didn't. No,
Yeah.
All special events, see?
Yeah, like you got the BB-8 and you got the VIP.
Ooh, I don't care about VIPs. I'm looking for giveaways.
That's the only reason you go to the ball.
Giants vest. Ooh, a vest.
Yeah, but Eric, I'm not kidding you. You get these things. It's a gimmick. You get it home, you wear it twice, and the seams fall out of it.
Hey,
I went to backpack day, and the backpack fell apart 2 weeks later.
Got a chain.
I'm going to write a strongly worded letter to the Giants, say my backpack fell apart after 2 weeks.
A Pride bucket hat.
Oh, there you go. That'll get a few.
Hello Kitty jersey.
That's always a big night. But see, you're drawing Hello Kitty fans. They bombard the stadium, Eric, but it's not baseball fans, Eric.
Young Hoo Lee hooded jersey.
That's
a hooded
okay.
jersey.
That's okay.
Barry Bonds bobblehead.
See, people go for that. Who have no
there
business
you
going
go.
to the ballpark.
Now, this is probably one of the best ones. This is the best one. A Barry Bonds bobblehead. I like it. Barry
the Giants
Bonds
are like BB-8. They go forward, and then they're backward, and they're swiveling around.
And here's the Stephen
like
Cruz. I don't get it. I don't get this one. I'm not understanding it, guys.
They like to jump on the bandwagon. They gave away San Jose Sharks Giants jerseys.
Lucille Funko Pop.
Oh, get out of here, Eric.
I got a better Funko Pop than
I'd
Lucille.
rather have the bucket hat.
Aloha shirt.
Oh, the Aloha shirt, man. You know what I think they do, Eric? They take all the Aloha shirts from the other years and just give them away because they do that same thing every. Oh,
a wrestling belt fanny pack.
See?
What?
See? Now Eric Romo is going to drive down from Galt to go to the game and get his wrestling belt. Just to get a belt. You're gonna go to the game, get a $2
wrestling
made in China piece of junk.
How about just a wrestling belt? Get rid of the fanny pack. That's dumb.
Oh, you like the fanny packs.
Get out of here. Drone show. Black Heritage jersey.
This is the same stuff every year.
A roped hat. Fireworks. A 49ers baseball jersey.
Here we go. Have we covered all the teams?
Fiesta Gigantes. Oh, I don't know.
I've seen enough. Yeah, how many more days we are? We're into September, thank God.
Fan appreciation, and that's it.
Well,
that's it.
Fan appreciation.
Done.
They better appreciate the fans this year, Eric.
Whoop-de-doo.
God help us all.
Oh,
I got so much of those bobbleheads and that crap. You get the bobblehead home, the head won't stay on. The seams are out of your jacket a week later. And I told you my backpack didn't last 2 weeks after school started. My daughter's like, Dad, backpack's fucked. I'm like, well, there you go.
Fair.
Giants backpack day. Gotta love it.
Alex wants to know, where's the Mickey Mouse ears?
Eric refrains from allowing me to put those on during the show.
Yeah. Thank you, ball boy. That age.
Yeah,
like
even
milk.
the Mickey Mouse ears. When I saw that last year, I announced that on over on NorCal. I said, "You guys hear about that?" I said, "Yeah." And of all teams, we did it against the LA Dodgers. That's just ridiculous.
Grand Admiral Posey.
Baby's
Need
crying.
a replica Mission Rock promotion hearing. Hearing it first from Larry Barrier with Kuka Kuip again. There you go. Why are we so? No, I'm not mad at the promotions. Not mad. Some of them are okay. Some of them are okay.
Come on, Eric. They're
I just don't understand.
they age like
Steph Curry,
warm
man.
milk,
Come on, let's
man.
go. How about let's stick to baseball. That's all I'm saying, man.
Aging like warm
Come
milk.
on.
And if you got to come up, listen, guys, is that what we're dealing with? Trying to come up with better promotions and out rival other teams, promoting other teams in the process to draw people in. So you're not selling your product, you're selling gimmicks, Eric. What have I always said? Giants are all about gimmicks. Gimmicks, gimmicks, gimmicks. Give me a good ball club and people will go to the ball game, right?
Yes.
It's turned more into, hey, let's go Friday night to get a bobblehead and we'll catch a game. Instead of going to catch a game and I'll get a bobblehead. Pisses me off, Eric. I wonder what kind of, I'm going to get all kinds of good stuff out there. T-shirt night, first night. Hey, I'm going to look up. I'm going to see what kind of gimmicks we got over there. The Warriors know how to do it. Their giveaways are 10 times better. And who owns the Valkyrie? Joe Lake. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, but yeah.
Oh, and I checked. And again, Eric, I did a double take on the state. Remember Greg told you they didn't sell the upper bowl for the WNBA?
I don't care.
Sold it. So
I don't care.
Well, they're on here bitching at me.
I don't care.
They didn't sell the upper bowl. They did. So don't go. It's like everything else. You come into this show. Well, I heard, Eric. I heard Roki Sasaki. Where'd you hear that? If you're going to come on here, give it to us real.
But it's not even baseball. I could care less, right? Who cares?
Oh, I like all the sports.
I know, but I'm
The
just saying.
Sharks play tonight?
I have no idea.
Other sports.
Oh. All in for Alonzo. Aaron ain't happening. It's not happening. Not happening. Oh, what's up, Dilly?
Hey, Sharks won tonight.
Hey.
Detroit.
Hey,
Yeah.
Dilly. He's just right. He's going to a team, but it ain't going to be the San Francisco Giants, right? All signs are pointing to no. Come on down to Oracle and have some failure fries, some break-even brat, and a Mission Rock milkshake.
There you go.
Johnny, that has been deleted from StreamYard. That song will never, the video will never be played again.
Video's gone. It's
gone. It's gone. It's gone. See ya.
At least Eric, you put together a good video. Unlike Charlotte, who says, "Yeah, I'll be here to sing."
As Huck Harrelson used to say, "He gone.
He gone, baby. He gone.
He gone." The Juan Soto video. He gone.
Little Kansas reference, right? Thanks, Grand Admiral. Little Kansas.
He's Johnny.
Dust in the wind.
I don't what I get. Do I have to do a hype video for Verlander?
Come on.
Not.
Come on. Don't waste your time. There's
no
fun.
Way.
There's fun, and then there's stupidity.
That's just agony. That's not fun. I had fun doing the Soto video. I had fun doing the Sasaki video.
Justin, is that how much it is out there in the outfield? $23 for the crab
That's
sandwich?
absolutely ridiculous.
I don't touch those. I have a hot dog and a cold refreshment, and that's it.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
I have my Bud Light. They don't have Carlsberg Light, but that's all right. Adamas video? I think the hype train's over on that too.
I didn't expect that one. That's why I never hyped it. I didn't ever expect that one.
Yeah.
Pepsi video.
Pepsi video. I gotta land them as a sponsor, Eric.
I know what. Maybe I'll do a hype video for freaking Mission Rock. There we go. How about that?
Maybe just leave the shit alone, Eric, because every time that might be a good idea. Because every time
yeah. See what I'm getting? Yeah. See?
Right into McCubby Cove.
The funny thing is, I might get a response back from that one. If I tweet that one out, they might say, "Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. Could you do some more?"
There you go.
Eric, that was such a great video that you did there for the Mission Rock. Could you do that for us again?
Well, Johnny Boy, he did make reference. That was yesterday's show. He did. We'll see. I don't know. I think he just got confused. Different team, different league. I think he just got kind of screwed up. Different European player. What do you say?
All right. What the heck? What do we got?
I don't know.
You want to throw the link out there? See who wants to come in, chit chat. I got a feeling on who's coming in.
Not the same Eric, can we not change it up? And I agree with somebody.
I tried to.
There. We got to have at least we got to have a window of like 2 weeks. If you don't show your face and you don't come on, then don't come on.
No, I'm not going to say you don't have to show your face. People aren't comfortable sometimes.
Yeah, but come on, let's get some fresh people in here.
I don't think there's going to be any fresh people. Just saying.
Well, then it's up to you, man. If you want to bring some people in to help you, I'll be out of here.
Let's see. Verlander and Harrison gave the same age gap as Verlander and Will Clark.
Let me get the link for you. There it is.
Oh, you're throwing it out? Oh, you didn't have to, Jeff.
Yeah, I'll throw it out there, and then as soon as Chardall's in, I'm out of here. Oh yes, Paul. Oh yeah, Eric wants guests. I'm heading out of here. I'm heading over to the radio booth, and he can welcoming Chardall.
We'll see. I don't know, man. I'm not gonna freaking.
Oh, I'll bring him in, and I'm just out of here.
Yeah, I know. No. No, I ain't falling for that bullshit. I ain't falling for that bullshit. Hell no, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the Valkyrie season deposit was $25. How much do we have to? I think we had to put 100 down on the Giants, but they play 4 times as many games, so makes sense. Oh, I don't know about that, Paul. Come on, Chardall's good. I wouldn't call him a snoozer. He's good for some entertainment on an occasional night.
Yeah,
an occasional night. That would be an occasion. Anytime I'm not here. That's it. Yeah, Johnny. That's it. I'm out of here.
Jim, disrespect on a former. Listen, real quick, Jim. Former MVP.
I like that. Former. Should have capitalized that.
And look, I get it. He's accomplished a lot in his career. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. But he's 42 years old, Jim. Are you telling me the Giants could not find someone better than a 42-year-old pitcher who is past his prime? Look, he may go out there and do something, sure. But there's a higher possibility that he doesn't. Just saying, Jim. Giants could have done better. Let's bring in Billy, man.
Senior, they sold out the deposits. I tried to add a third ticket. You can't. Tickets, the $40 tickets are now online already. It's sold out for the season, and tickets are $400 for the nothing games. Dude, again, nobody listens to me, Eric. So, Eric, listen to me tonight. When they're over there, and I text you and say, Eric, 19,000 over here. How many is at the Giants game? You'll go, geez, there's 20,000, but they got a great giveaway over here. Well, God, Eric, they're not selling you. I told you I'm not buying my season tickets. Why? They didn't sell. You have to sell me on buying. They didn't.
Thanks, Alex. Thanks, Alex. Yeah, just a bit. I have my moments. Hey, you know what? You want to talk about pitchers? Glenn.
Now that's a freaking hairdo. Right on.
Dude. Oh, now that is a pitcher.
The only thing he was missing, Eric, he would look good with a nice goatee, wouldn't he?
Dude.
The freak. Oh, yeah. Loved his hair, man. My hair used to like that, Eric. When I was younger, I had hair like that, believe it or not. All right, it's that magical time of the night, Eric.
What's up, Billy?
You want to bring in your buddy?
Not yet.
Oh, come on, man.
Nope.
It's my one-way ticket.
Yeah.
It's my one-way ticket to all these.
All right, hey, Dilly, before we get to talk to you, let's welcome in Chardall and Elsie.
There you go. Oh, you prick. Oh, there he goes. Hey, Chardall.
Hey, Glenn.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm taking one for the team tonight. How you doing, buddy?
Sharks won.
What are you bringing in? You're on line
Sharks
3.
won. Sharks won today.
Sharks won. Tyler Toffoli with a goal and 2 assists. I think somebody else had another goal, 2 and 2 assists. William Eklund also with a goal and 2 assists. Good night. Ibrahim's in the house. Let's bring them all in. Abby, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, dude?
Hey, Ibrahim. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for coming on in.
What's up, dude?
What's up, man? What are your thoughts on
That's an evil smirk, Glenn.
I'm just
Ibrahim, we could have
for Eric to finish heating up his coffee.
I'm just thinking I'm out of
the
here.
Giants could have gone rookie Sasaki, but I don't think we're gonna get him this year.
I'd say
I'll
that's
tell-
pretty
you
safe
know,
bet.
It's a safe bet to say you're not going to get him. Hang in there in the green room. Eric will be back in a second. He's got a few questions for you. What's up, Abraham? Haven't talked to you for a while. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, it's been a minute, man. Saw the Kings lose tonight, so not great. I know Senior feels that pain. 7-game winning streak got snapped. So
didn't like the beam tonight.
No, nothing's getting it. The beam is back there. Where, right?
Where did that come up? Now, if for a non-Kings fan, for a WNBA fan, where did that come from? Light the beam.
Light the beam. They before 22-23, one of the marketing guys said, "Hey, let's shoot a beam off into the sky every time we win." And the Kings have been notoriously trash for 17 years, so they were like, "Oh, that's going to backfire on them. They won't win a ton of games." And it just happened to be the first year they made the playoffs in 17 years, so it just timed out, kind of took off. So,
what's up, Abraham?
What's up, dude?
Basketball
Cohen,
Giants.
Yeah. Kings are. Yeah, Kings are. I mean, I'm a big Giants fan, but the Kings are way higher for me.
All right. This is before I sign out of here. It's your chance to shit on me like everybody else. You don't like the WNBA, or do you watch it?
I don't watch the WNBA, but I'll watch Caitlin Clark. I'll watch her play.
I love the WNBA. The skill set in that league, unbelievable, man.
Yeah, I just that.
Although breaking news today doesn't look like the Chicago Sky are going to sign Kennedy Carter, going to extend her, so that's big news. Eric couldn't care crap. So
Who
on that,
gives a shit?
I know what you give a shit about. All right, I'm out of here. Got to go work on the radio side. I'll catch you tomorrow night, Eric. Welcome back, our good friend, Jarno.
Hey,
Parting
Eric,
gift?
Yeah,
What
my
is
parting
up?
gift for Eric.
Yeah, I knew what you're doing.
I'm a big fan of Giant Sports Talk Live.
Hey, Chardal,
You're a big fan of everybody.
Hold on, Chardal, you were playing.
Oh, I have to stick around for this guy.
You were playing NCAA football. Me and Will were in the chat. We were the only ones in the chat talking to you. And you rage quit. All of a sudden, you just stopped because you lost. What happened?
I was losing.
So you rage quit?
I rage quit.
You quit the game or you quit the stream?
He
You just
quit.
like
No, I quit.
He threw like 3 interceptions back to back to back. And he
did you quit the stream?
He
I didn't quit I quit.
He quit. He was live and then he quit.
Oh, Chardal. Now, come on. See, that's a professional organization like Giant Sports Talk Live. If that was the case, we do 5-minute shows every night. You got to keep it rolling, good and bad.
Eric,
you don't listen to me anyway.
I'll listen to you. What were you saying, Glenn?
Nothing.
Before I
Go-
let you finish
go
your
ahead.
thought.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. No chance. No sense
See, you
changing.
killed Glenn.
No sense
You killed
changing
Glenn's
now.
thought, man.
Eric,
what's up?
I'm so sorry that I flaked out on you. I'll never flake on you again. I promise.
Don't promise.
No, I promise.
You will.
I won't.
You will. Come on, man. Come on.
I
You
won't.
flaked- What happened? What happened December 24th, Christmas Eve? You flaked on us then. You flaked on Eric. You flake on us all the time. It's going to continue.
It won't.
Oh,
I don't know, Chardal. I built my whole evening around that. I had coffee. I
that was
blew
a fun
off family. I was in front of my computer and
breaking
Didn't
news.
do it.
Chardal's turned over a new leaf.
It
tonight.
won't happen.
Go.
I promise. It won't happen again.
Just
Can
like
you
just like our 90-win season. I ain't betting on this.
It's not going to happen again, Eric. I promise.
Okay, fair enough.
I truly mean it. It's not going to happen again. I truly mean it.
Okay,
Hey, you got any
quick,
good shows
It's
coming
coming from the. It's coming from the bottom of my heart.
Okay, Chardal, we're gonna do this quick because we're just not gonna be much longer. Tell me,
Can I
what
stay
is
on
your
until
thoughts?
you? Can I stay
No.
on until you close the show out?
No. Tell me this though. What do you make of the current status of the San Francisco Giants?
The current status of the Giants. We have Adamas, and we have Verlander. I don't think we need to add any more. I think those two are good enough. Until we find out more players are good, we'll add them to the roster.
Okay, well, what are currently, as they're currently constructed, what do you think how many wins will they achieve approximately?
90 wins.
Will they make a wild card?
They will make a wild card.
See that? That's exactly.
Do you like Justin Verlander?
I love Justin Verlander. He's a great pitcher. I'm happy we signed him.
Have you ever met
He's
him?
105. He was a great
But I'm a
pitcher.
Giants fan, and I like that we signed him. I don't
Okay,
care how
stop.
old he is.
Stop. That's where you got to stop. Stop. Time out.
No, that's not being a fan. That's being a fanatic. You're fanatic.
I'm a fanatic
Not-
of Justin Verlander
Just
that we
because
signed
he's
him.
wearing the SF doesn't mean you can't criticize. Look, for some reason, it's like kryptonite. If you're a fan of a specific team, you cannot in any way disparage that sacred name of whatever team it may be. That being the case, the San Francisco Giants.
For perspective, the last time Verlander pitched at Oracle, I was in college. And since then, I've had a 10-year career, graduated, all that. What does that say? That was your pitching splash? That was your arm?
Right? Ibrahim, we talked about it last night, right?
Right?
We talked about those pitchers. 3 of the top 4 could possibly be in the NL West, and the Giants don't have one.
What do you even say to that, right? Like San Diego or LA is going to get Sasaki, right? So they're going to get a 23-year-old ace for 6 years and cost nothing. And SF is going to say, well, if our 42-year-old really balls out this year, we may bring him back.
So think about it, Eric. Abraham gets to go see him pitch as a little boy and gets to see him pitch live in manhood.
Buster didn't lie, right? We're making memories because I'm like living through a decade plus of my life every time I see Verlander pitch.
A lifetime of Verlander. You just can't get rid of him like a bad weed.
Eric,
what's up?
I'll play a whole game on EA College Football 25, and then I won't rage.
Defense. How come it was always offense?
I won't rage. I'll play a whole game on EA College Football 25. I'll play a whole game. I won't rage quit. I'm see how many viewers I'm gonna get.
Good for you.
Probably at least 100. At least 100 viewers. At least.
Eric and Will. Well,
maybe even more. Maybe even more.
Me and Will. That was it last night.
Maybe at least 200 viewers. Maybe 200 viewers.
I popped in.
You popped in? You did.
Eric sent it my way. I mean,
it's funny. Will tells me he's live, and I was like, no. When I look, I was like,
there was at least a nickel's worth of AdSense in that somewhere. I feel like.
Eric, so I'll play a full game.
Okay, cool.
And then I'll see how many viewers I get, and I won't rage quit. Even if I'm losing, I'll get my head in the game.
Okay.
All right, Chardo, we're talking.
Last question.
Last question. No, I can't believe that. Holy
One more question.
Okay. I was just about to boot him, but hey.
Are the Giants making any more moves this offseason?
As a Giants fan, I would really love for the Giants to make more moves. But at this point, it's not looking like they're making any. They were gonna get Roki. They didn't get Roki.
Okay, fair enough. Thanks, Chardo. Appreciate it, man. Have a great rest of your night, man.
Bye, Eric, and I'll see you back here on another show on Giant Sports Talk Live. See you guys, and thanks for having me on.
You betcha, Chardo. Thanks.
See you later.
See you, buddy. Jeez,
right on.
Tonight. All right,
there we go. Good. We haven't got to Dilly. Dilly, talk to me, man. What is your thoughts on all this Giants news?
I'm going to sign out, guys. I'll listen. I'm going to be over in the radio studio. Logan reminded me the trivia answers coming up on oldies96.com and on oldies 96.1 FM. If you guys want to join me after the show.
Holy shit, it's Cliff Martinez. What's up, Cliff? Man, I haven't seen you in the chat before. Welcome, Cliff. Good to see you, dude. I hope all is well with you and the family. What is up, man? Well, Cliff, hey, you never know, man. You never freaking know. You sign in here. We kind of talked about it in the beginning, about an hour and 40 minutes ago. We were deep into the interview, but yeah, unfortunately, you came in with Chardall, but hey, Chardall, he did well. All right, Dilly, talk to me, man.
Well, I'm gonna be taking the unpopular stance of saying that I like the Verlander signing. I think he's still got plenty enough in the tank to go out and pitch just fine. I mean, going into 2024, he was on the top 10 pitchers list.
True.
So it's not like, and then like everyone has injuries. I know 42, whatever. You can say what you want about him being old. He is old, but it would be no different than because yes, he's old. His body will not react the same. Well, wasn't gonna say that, but
No, I mean, there's when you're you don't stay healthy the older you get. That's all I'm trying to say. You're more susceptible. Not saying it's guaranteed, but he is more susceptible to having an injury.
Yeah, and you could have made the exact same case when he was 39. It would have been no different. And when he was 39, he won the Cy Young. So
that's fair.
That's fair. It's very much so it's hard to say that next year, because he's 42, he's gonna just wear out and be terrible coming off of a not good season last year. Before his neck thing, like you read in the article, he was fine. He was classic Justin Verlander, pitching to like a 3.2 ERA and all this jazz, and it was totally fine. And then his neck thing started barking at him, which he had said in his interview that apparently had been an underlying thing for the last maybe couple years, and it finally reared its head, and so he was able to address it. So,
well, what do you make of his fastball losing velocity over the last few years as well?
It's lost some velocity, but it's not like it's ridiculous. I mean, Corbin Burns' velocity's gone down the last few years.
He's also a different pitcher than Verlander. He's a ground ball pitcher. Verlander, not so much, right?
Yeah. Burns definitely, because Burns pitches a lot more innings than Verlander has, usually because he's more of a workhorse. Yep. Because, like you said, he's more of a ground ball pitcher.
Right.
But it just a different guy, because all of his off-speed stuff is still sharp, and his fastball, it's like I said, it's not like his fastball suddenly went from being mid-90s to he's grunting 89.
No, I hear you.
He's fine on that.
Here's the issue I have, and Ibrahim, I'll let you go right after here. Are you telling me would you had the ability to get 4 pitchers? You know, Sasaki was going to be the biggest wild card, but you had Snell, you had Burns, you had Fried. Would you have not taken any of those guys over Verlander?
I would have liked Burns a lot. I would have liked
Sasaki,
Fried to a large extent. I don't like Snell. Snell's left such a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, he left a bad
He's just
taste
a like a whiny little
fair.
Come on, dude.
That's fair.
So I'm not cool with that. And Sasaki was, I'm telling you, I had prepared from the second that he was, he's coming over to sign with the MLB team. That was not going to happen. I had never, if you look at it from an odds standpoint, from a Vegas betting standpoint, yeah, technically the Giants would have had just as good of a chance as anyone else at some point during the offseason. But I had it in my heart of hearts that was not going to happen. So it's not for me as an individual.
Yeah, it was a dream.
Yeah, for me as an individual, it's not heartbreaking because I never put any eggs into that basket. It was just going to be a bonus if he did sign, but I wasn't going to be
okay. It's a bonus, but see, this is the thing. This is why the Giants needed to get Burns, man.
Yes, I do think that would have been crucial and clutch, would have been very good. But in lieu of not getting Burns, it's not like I wouldn't have, I don't mind Verlander at all. And this circles all the way back to what I've said a month ago, where Posey is a people picker. He's really got a good sense of human beings and which players are going to be good and what staff is going to be good, that kind of a thing. So I trust his analysis and his ability to read people a lot. And so I think that if he sees something in Verlander, hey, yeah, I still you genuinely are telling me that you're good to go, you're ready, that last year was just kind of it's just one of those years that it just happens, injuries happen, and that he's back to a place to where he's healthy and ready to go, then I think if Posey believes that, then I think that's the case for Verlander. Because like I said, it's not like his arm's blown out. His shoulder thing, I think, was a byproduct of his neck being all screwed up. So like
Could
when
be.
he was when he was down from his neck being screwed up, he's obviously not throwing and like whatever keeping
When
him
you change your motion, it could have a devastating effect
that
on the
as
rest of your
well.
body.
That as well. I'm thinking it's kind of like when he was chilling out with his neck that allowed for his arm to kind of fall out of shape and blah blah blah, and then he comes back and then you're kind of coddling your neck, and then now your arm's out of shape, so your shoulder's all jacked up. Like it's just like he said, it's a compounding of issues that just unfortunately reared its head at the middle end of the season, or the middle part of the season. So I truthfully do believe that he will come back and return to Justin Verlander form. And I'm sorry, not sorry, and it's total opinion. He's a fun pitcher to watch. Like he's fun to watch on the mound. The way he delivers the ball, his pitch mix, his pitching approach, a lot of high fastballs for strikeouts, curveballs, a great swing and miss pitch, all this kind of stuff. That's it. He's fun to watch. And of course, like any pitcher ever, back half of the season, you're going to start to get tired. That's where his velocity drops at. Because front half of the season, he throws hard. He's up there throwing hard. And then, towards the end of the season, you lose a little bit. And it's just the average between the two, the front and back half.
That's fair. Or Ibrahim, I'll let you talk to me.
Oh, no. I don't think any of that's incorrect. I just think, let's just for a hypothetical here, say that Sasaki goes to San Diego. So in your division, the D-backs got Burns, the Dodgers got Snell, Padres get Sasaki. Those are all long-term additions for the foreseeable future. And you added Verlander, right? Like he could have a great year, but I mean, you're not going to carry that forward long-term. And then the other thing I worry about is SF is cold. Muscles tend to stiffen up. I mean, I know they're warm and loose, but if he's got neck issue, if he had a one-off neck issue, I mean, he's still 42. Like, you see,
can't escape Father Time.
No, in different sport, but like if you look at like Peyton Manning when he was aging, he took his second contract with the Broncos because it's easier to throw at altitude. When you look at Brady, he went to Florida because it's warmer, easier on the body. They had weapons. I mean, for Verlander, like, granted, he'll play road games, but like the climate's not the greatest. I mean, it's not the most conducive to, keeping your muscles loose. And then on top of that, just the thought of every team except the Rockies got better in your division, and you got Verlander and Adames. And I'm just more worried with, and I know I repeat this a lot, and I know Dan said it, and Eric and a bunch of people in the chat have said it, but you got Adames and Chapman locked up, and you've got 300, close to 350 mil locked up in those two guys. And I think Chapman's a good player. I think Adames will be a good player. But I think Adames is 29, and so let's just say they're both 30. They're in their prime. You're going to get 3, maybe 4 good years there, probably 3, and then they'll start to kind of decline a little bit. Every year counts. So if this is your plan, which is to go all in, Verlander and Adames does not signal all in. Like if you're that concerned about nudging up against the CBT that you didn't want to go all in for one of these guys, then why go get Adames? Like my biggest complaint with the Giants, my biggest complaint with the Giants, since you were on NorCal, Eric, was I used to say the same thing there, which was Farhan had no grand plan. And granted, Posey's green and we'll give him time and all that, but it just feels like it's more of that.
It feels
a lot of it's
no
more
one's
of
shit
like,
against the wall, see if it sticks.
Yeah, like let's hope Wade works out. Let's hope Yaz stays healthy, and let's hope that Matos hits, and let's hope that Verlander can regain his form, and like that's all possible, and it's not even ridiculous to think it could happen. It's just like, for once, I'd like to go into a season and say, hey, this team should win 88, 89 games.
Right.
I don't want to have to hope and pray and do a rosary just to like win 85 games, right? Like, so that's that's kind of my gripe with Verlander. I think he'll be decent. I don't think he'll be bad. I just,
we'll see what he does in the second half of the season. That's going to be
think
telling.
It got to a point in the off season where, like, once Burns was gone, I think that kind of took the we're gonna sign guys. That was the last long-term deal that they were gonna try and sign. And so I do appreciate the fact that they're not, like, they didn't go out and sign Flaherty, or they didn't go out and do something stupid like that. I don't think they're gonna sign Santander. They're not gonna sign Alonso, to my dismay. Like, stuff like that. They're not just gonna pivot and freak out and do all this kind of weird stuff. Sign Profar. Like, we don't need to do that. We don't need to do that.
I will say that Verlander was a panic pivot, because I don't think they thought they had missed Corbin Burns. But I think they thought they had. I mean, you don't go out there and have Logan Webb talking about freaking Corbin Burns and, hey, I'm gonna call him and blah blah blah. You don't have Willie Adames. Oh yeah, I've called him. Tell him. You don't have those guys go out there and then all of a sudden he just falls through your fingers, right?
Well, Verlander, to me, you mentioned the second half, Eric, and it's like, to me, it's like they're trying to make a Franken starter, right? Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Verlander is very light on innings in the beginning of the year, just because Hicks isn't going to, if their plan is to stick Hicks in the rotation.
That's another thing. Posey said that.
And so it's like a Franken starter that you're trying to make, like between Hicks, Verlander, and I don't know if they'll keep Roop in the pen or use him, or you're trying to build a starter there to complement Webb, Ray, Birdsong, and Harrison. And Harrison and Birdsong, Harrison's a little more stretched out, and Birdsong threw a lot of innings between the minors and the pros, but they're still young arms. Like, they're not fully stretched out. They're not guaranteed to go, 180, 190 innings consistently. So you're trying to fill in gaps, and there's a lot of timing, and you can't really afford a ton of IL stints, because then you're going to – remember when we had all those injuries last year and we were doing bullpen game after bullpen game after bullpen game? Like, we're a couple injuries away from that. And Webb has so much wear and tear on his arm, and Ray is coming off of TJ. I mean, granted, he's a year removed, but he's not a sure thing. Verlander's 42. I mean, there's so much hoping and praying.
I know that's all we've been doing. And I think that's the problem, right? Even you're kind of getting to the crux of it, is that's what we've been doing over these last few years with Farhan. And we're just sitting here, oh, maybe, hope, pray. Oh yeah, maybe, nah, well, and now it just seems like there's more of that. Yeah. And the thing is, they started off so high with Adames. So it kind of it got people excited, right? And now we're kind of back to the same old. And it's like, man, what's going on here?
Yeah, we're doing the Mariners thing. I think, wasn't their GM quoted as like, we're trying to win like 50 some odd percent of games?
Yeah, we're trying. Yeah. He did. Say
that's what it feels like. It's like you had all that talk like after Posey got hired, right? Greg Johnson was like, we can't keep doing the same thing and ask the fans to show up. That's asking a lot. We don't want to just give up and think the Dodgers are going to win it all, and we want to compete for divisions and championships. And I don't expect it all to happen in one off season. I know that's not going to happen. I would just like to see a coherent plan. And it's like, there's no coherent plan.
No. And it's funny because I was totally against trading Webb, right? Because I thought they were going to be going for it. But if they're not, and they're in their, I don't know, man. I don't know, because YouTube talks about this. A truly great pitching organization has extreme depth and the next man up philosophy. The fact that they can't sell high on Webb shows how overrated the young pitching really is. They are thin.
True.
Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hey, I would love to come on in August and say, hey, I got to eat crow. Harrison tore it up.
Fine. Yeah,
Birdsong tore it up. Ray had a comeback year. Verlander's been killing it. He's going to be great in the postseason. Webb did Webb things, and the offense hit. My fear, and I told you this last night, Eric, is the offense I think will be a lot better. Full year Ramos, Lee back healthy, Adames, Fitz. Like there's a lot more talent there for sure. But my fear is the rotation on a team that should be able to attract pitching is going to be
that's the part that just absolutely blows my mind.
As a Giants fan, with our hallmark in the dynasty era, like being pitching, to be a Giants fan and say our pitching may be our downfall is just that to me is just sense.
Right. It doesn't add up as far as the San Francisco Giants. And Buster Posey has said this, man. It's about pitching. defense, timely hitting. You know, and gosh, who brought it up earlier? Oh, Grand Admiral Posey said, you know, Posey talking about gunslingers. Oh yeah, these guys are gunslingers. Well, what do you haven't gunslinged anything, man? Come on.
Yeah,
Really?
but I kind of stepped over Dilly, so I apologize. But like Dilly brought up a good point, which he said, you know, Posey did catch all those guys,
Yeah.
and maybe last year we heard all this. They love their young arms. We love our
Yes.
young arms. We love Keaton Wynn. We love Harrison. And I'm high on Harrison, but I have a lot more faith in trusting Posey's assessment of a staff over, you know,
True.
Farhan's assessment of a staff.
True.
So,
And that's the thing, and that's where the Giants are going to get some more wins, not just with the talent that they've added, but the philosophy of the baseball is going to be different, right? Now, where they're similar to Farhan is just in how he's conducting his offseason. Again, he seems to be, and he said it on that KNBR. He seems he's green and he's afraid, I think, to pull trigger on certain things. And look, if Eldridge is supposed to be part of this conversation, well, then I think he erred on the right side. I mean, Baseball Prospectus just came out. They got him ranked 15th. That's pretty damn good, man. Out of 101, it's pretty damn good. You're up there in the cream of the crop, so to speak. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if they get Joe Sarr tomorrow. If it's announced, I don't know if they'll announce it right off the rip, but again, that's the future, and that's nice. But I don't know, man.
We'll see. We'll see.
It's just, and I think it's the biggest thing is just the conflicting things of you extended Chapman, you sign Adames, but then you just totally whiff on the pitching, and that's why I'm saying.
Yeah,
I think we're going to always come back to the Burns debacle because I think that was.
They thought they had
everyone.
I think that Dilly. Did you think they had him? Like,
yeah, I think the consensus across the league was that they had him, and I think Burns threw the monkey wrench into the situation and approached the Diamondbacks. And I think if you were to bring all of the like POBOs and like GMs to a table and say, did you expect that to be the outcome of that situation? I think they would all say no, including the Diamondbacks.
Right.
Yeah. To me, it's like, it's almost like with the Adames signing so early, it was like a limo pulled up to your house and you think you're going to go somewhere nice. And then you pull into like Mickey D's. And it's like, that was not like, if you had set my expectation lower, fine. But once they got Adames, I was like, oh, and they extended Chapman, which is kind of forgotten. It's like that was part of the offseason.
And I kept bringing that up. I was like, oh, this is something good. Maybe this is something bigger. And it just.
So I think we found out that, you know, Chapman was getting texts from Verlander's flip phone, and that's kind of what was going on. So,
great point, Cliff.
Yeah.
I said that Gosman contract would have been looking really nice now. Wouldn't have had to sign a 42-year-old.
But I don't think Dilly's wrong. Like I think Verlander, if at 42, but if he stays healthy and if you want to take him at his word that this is a one-off thing, at least the first half he should be a reverse Snell. He should be a lot better in the first half and maybe tail off in the second half.
Right. Because he's going to have a spring training to work on things rather than what Snell.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
It could be exactly flip-flopped, like you said. And here's the thing. If you look, and I haven't, how many starting pitchers, first off, has made it into their 40s? And when they have made it in their 40s, how much success have they had?
Exactly.
Yeah. They're going to use Nolan Ryan as the comp. He's not Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan was throwing 100 when he was like 42 or whatever. But like Nolan Ryan is the one everybody wants to use. My comp, even though they're different pitching styles, I think he's going to be San Diego Padres Greg Maddux. I think he had like a sub-4 ERA, and he threw like 160 innings or something. I'm probably way off on the numbers.
His last season, it's funny you say that. His last season, split time between the Padres and the Dodgers, had a 4.22 ERA, pitched 190 innings, and had 90 strikeouts.
You see?
Yeah.
Like that happens, man. You can't beat others unless.
And I guarantee you, he was grunting 85.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean Verlander, he's got more gas and everything, but it's just we'll see. I won't disagree that I'll tune in to watch Verlander pitch just out of curiosity. Like to be 42 and playing pro ball at any level is still impressive. It would be nice if, I'd much rather watch Burns
And I don't want to hear. Oh, he's going for his 300. I don't care about your 300 win. Yeah, that's
That's
fine.
not going to happen this season. That would have to happen
Yeah,
next season, and that would
Right.
have to happen next season after having an incredible season this year.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
exactly.
that's not even a thing that the Giants fan base needs to worry about, because
I don't
unless
even know-
if he just blows everyone's minds right out of their water and wins 20 games this year, and then next year has to win 18. So it's like he's like 3 decent years away from that being a thing. So that's not even.
Yeah, and I also don't want to hear like at the end of the year, well, we got bit by the injury bug. Like when you sign a guy that's 42,
right.
There's a reasonable expectation that's going to happen. When you have a guy like Yaz, whose whole career has been go 0 for 24, get hot, go 12 for 24 with a couple bombs, pull a hammy, be on the IL, come off, slump for a couple at bats, do the same thing. Like Wade is going to get hurt. I don't want to hear like, oh, we got bit by the injury bug.
Because
Like,
we know.
no, you get injury prone players and you get old players, and that's what happens. Conforto getting hurt was not some miracle that happened. He's old.
Yes.
He's injury prone and fucking old.
You could as like clockwork. Wade will have a hamstring injury. Yaz will have a hamstring injury. It's gonna happen, man. You watch. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Unless they start Matos in right field. I hope they do that.
Yeah, it's same thing, dude. It's the same thing in August. Well, Bale's got off to a really good offensive first half, and he just tailed off, like cratered in the second half. Yeah, so like he's been the last 2 years. Like
right.
Like you kind of have to factor in, like, hey, this is what happens with our squad, and we got to build around it. Like it just, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I hope in August, we're all, shocked at how good they're doing and everything. But even if we are, right, I'll ask you this question and I'll probably bounce. But say we have a miracle year.
Mm-hmm.
How good do you feel about it in terms of can we replicate it? Or is it more of an outlier like 2021? Because if it's an outlier like 21,
and I guess it would be dependent on who's actually overperforming.
So say Verlander does what you think he's going to do, and say Yaz and Wade and all these guys are solid contributors, not stars. That would have to be Adonis, Chapman, Lee. But say those guys are solid contributors, because they'd have to be for you to be anything. Like, how repeatable do you think that is? Like,
that's a good question.
And then keep in mind, the book will be out on Harrison and Birdsong. Like, they might have a short-term spike from, making adjustments, and same with Ramos and all that. That's my only concern.
And here's the thing. You got to be careful on really hammering the young guys. They're not the ones getting paid the big bucks. The guys that need to go out there and perform day in and day out. Granted, I'm not giving an excuse for the young ones because they got to do it too. Matt Chapman, Willie Adames, Justin Verlander, Logan Webb, to an extent, Jung-Hoo Lee. Those guys are getting paid the big bucks, and they need to go out there and they got to take
Robbie Ray, yeah.
And Robbie Ray, thank you. Those guys got to go out there and deal. You get paid the big bucks for the reason. You shouldn't be picking on guys like Fitzgerald and Ramos and Matos, and to an extent Bailey. But again, this is going to be a second full year, right? So you got to make sure where we're directing this, because those guys got to step up. They got to be able to do it.
Oh, for sure. I mean, well, and look at the guys like making big money, right? Like, you need your vets to deliver, right? Like, I mean, Chap and Adames have to put up solid numbers, right? Like, they're getting paid like it, right? Yep. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see, but I just have this feeling that in July, I'll turn on the radio and it'll be the same thing I've heard for the last 5 years. We want to play meaningful baseball into July. We're right there in the hunt. Once you get in the dance, anything can happen, blah, blah, blah. It's just like the Dodgers. I mean, I know we're not the Dodgers. I understand that. But, okay, say the Padres. The Padres aren't saying, gee, I hope we make the playoffs.
Right.
Like, they're going in with they're like, oh, who are we going to face in the postseason? And if we don't get there, it's a disappointment. You know,
Right.
so anyways.
I will say for the Padres, because who have they acquired in the offseason?
Nobody. I think
Nobody.
they're
And Profar's gone. Profar had a one-off season, right?
Yeah. Objectively speaking, the Padres are significantly worse than they were last year, this year, if they literally don't do anything, because they don't have what's his face? Musgrove,
yeah. But
that's true. That's a good point.
He's done. Profar had an incredible year last year, which helped them a lot. He's gone.
But they still got Merrill and
Hassan Kim, who had a good year when he was on the field, is now gone.
Solano's gone too, right? He was pretty.
Solano is gone.
Yeah.
He had a decent year.
Arias, is coming back.
Arias is coming back. But
who was that rookie that they had at short? No, they got Bogarts. They still got Bogarts.
Yeah.
Still got Bogarts.
There was somebody else that they had out there. I can't remember. It was an infielder that was okay. That kind of took the place of who was the second baseman?
I thought he played third.
Was it Cronenworth?
Or...
Cronenworth.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he's been.
So I mean, they got a decent team. They got a decent team now. Their rotation took a hit, but I think they're getting Roki, man.
If they get Roki, I mean.
Well, here's the thing. Either way, they get Roki or not, I would still say that they're significantly worse than they were last year, just based off of who they've lost.
But are they not still better than SF?
They're still better than San Francisco.
Yes, but that's my point being is that Tanner Scott as well.
Oh yeah, Tanner Scott. Yeah, bullpen. Yeah,
that's true.
It's like
that's true.
They get Sasaki. Okay, they just replaced Musgrove with Sasaki.
Right.
It's like woo. And you want to talk about a question mark? Sasaki's a big ass question mark in himself.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
You want to talk about injury prone and not being stretched out and blah blah. Don't get me wrong. I think he's going to be great, but like he's just as good of a question mark as anyone else could be. And so,
that's the only thing I disagree with is like the dude, like all his stuff lines up to where, like, yes, he's a question mark, but is he as big of a question mark as an aging arm or, as like somebody we've got like Harrison or somebody that we've seen for a year and a half where we kind of are like, all right, well, if he learns this, he'll be great. But no, I see what you're saying. I mean, San Diego they took some hits, but I still think
crazy stuff. And then that's not to factor in. I know they have what's his face in the outfield who was the Rookie of the Year candidate.
Merrill.
Yeah,
kid is good.
That'll help a lot if he can repeat it and doesn't sophomore slump.
That's the same with Ramos.
That's gonna be tough. Yeah, books out on him. Yeah,
the Padres are a much more Swiss cheese-esque team than I feel like people are giving them credit for because there's a lot of changes going on with them, and then their ownership and all that nonsense going on.
That's another thing. How can
How
could you sit there and choose a team that is?
If Roki goes there with all that going on, I
don't get it. And then you lose it. How does the Giants lose out to that? I mean, that's just.
See, like you'd almost like. I sound like Glenn right now, like pro Dodgers propaganda, but like. You almost would rather Roki if he's gonna go to LA or San Diego, you'd rather him go to LA because they're already gonna win 100.
Yeah. Fair.
So go ahead and win 105. Who gives a damn? Like I'd rather he not go somewhere like San Diego's we're miles away from them too, but they're much more in our range than LA is. So I don't know, dude. It's just I was really optimistic when they signed the Donas, man.
Same here.
I was so hyped. I was like, they're gonna do something. Posey's not playing around. The Burns news,
I could have sworn.
I thought that was a done deal. And then
that was a done deal.
Damn Sasaki video had me thinking maybe Burns, Webb, and Sasaki, and
I know I was feeling so. I was
like, oh damn, dude. That rotation could compete. And,
gosh, dang, dude.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. And Dillian, that's the point I'm trying to make here as well, too. Because I didn't think the Giants could compete with the bats. Yeah, sure. Can their lineup be a little bit better? But if you had put together a dominant freaking starting rotation, the Giants could have made some damn noise. And
Oh yeah, in the postseason, like with that rotate, because you're never going to compete with LA's bats. Like you're not.
No.
There's no team can. But if you had a dominant rotation, I mean, I would take that. And when with Posey, all his pitching and defense stuff, I go, oh, dude, he's going to do whatever it takes to get Burns.
Right.
I will say though, I don't. Posey kind of alluded to it in the KNBR interview, but he got uncomfy when they said was the opt out the deal breaker and all that. And I will say I don't know what's true and what's not. But if Posey is really like Farhan was too pro opt out, that's all he did. That was the Farhan special. Posey, if he's super anti opt out, that's also bad. Like the opt out is I don't like it, but you're gonna need to use it to close deals at some point. And if you're so averse to it, and maybe that's like he's green and he's standing his ground and he can't imagine why a player would not want a fully guaranteed, lengthy deal.
Right.
If you don't utilize opt-outs, you're handicapping your odds to sign players. Now, maybe you don't want guys that want opt-outs. You want that's a qualifier for you. You want guys that want to be with your organization. But if you want the best, when the market shakes out a certain way, and let's face it, SF is not a destination right now, you have to give a little. And either that's massively overpaying or being open to opt-outs.
And Ibrahim, the Giants had to know where Corbin Burns was as far as what he was wanting. So
100%,
if you knew he wasn't going to come off with these opt-outs, then you should have freaking go for a Max Fried then. He was cheaper. You paid more years, but hell, you could have reduced the years and gone higher AAV.
Yeah,
if you wanted to.
Like Graham makes a great point. He goes, might you guys have landed Adames because the big boys were all focused on Soto? I think that's true.
Yeah.
And I think that was a case of like, let's give Posey his flowers when they're due. Like he wanted Adames. He goes, hey, if I strike early, we were all saying like, oh, they don't have a meeting with Soto. Like, how do we not have a meeting with Soto? We always go after the star and get rejected. Like, how could we not get a rejection from Soto? But he was like, look, he's not coming here. He's going to one of the NY teams. Whatever number we throw out, Cohen's going to match. So I'm not going to waste my energy there. Well, all these other teams, the Yankees have an obligation to pursue Soto because they're the only team that by losing Soto is different than they were the year before. They don't have to have hypotheticals. What would Soto do to our lineup? And Posey pounced on Adames, and you got him, and you gave him the extra year, and you got it done.
Yep.
So with Burns, same thing, right? Like the longer it went, the more nervous I got. Like I just was like, something doesn't add up. Like if San Francisco is more preferable to Toronto, and we hit your number, why wouldn't you come here?
Right.
And so I don't know, dude. I used to always say we can't land hitting, which is seniors calling card, and he's right. We can never attract free agent hitting, and maybe Bryce will hit. But I thought we're a shoe-in for pitching. Like we're a shoe-in for pitching. Like we should be able to get pitchers to Oracle. And that's just disappointing.
So quick here.
But yeah.
I think that if they are, because once they missed out on Burns, they're using Verlander as and everyone hates the word stopgap, but that's what he is.
No, 100%.
Stopgap till next year. But knowing that at some point someone's going to have some tenderness somewhere, oblique's going to bark up, whatever, that's going to give opportunities to Roop and Birdsong and all these other guys. And then assuming that people wear down like Hicks or whoever, you're hoping they don't, because they could just not. I mean, he could just go out and just pitch 160 innings and be fine. That's not impossible, but assuming that that's the case, you're going to give a lot of these other guys that are in the wings opportunities to have significant starts. And I also hope that it's not one of those deals where it's like, all right, bullpen game, we're going to have Roop pitch the first 3, and then we're going to have Birdsong pitch the next 3. I want you to put Roop out there and say you're going to throw 90 pitches, and as many innings as that equates to is what it's going to be. Like you're going to get a start.
Yep.
You are starting this game. We're not going to yank you out and put in another starter after you. It's going to be like traditional roles. And I think that's more the route that Posey's trying to go anyways. Ultimately, that's a Bob Melvin choice. But I think that if Farhan was breathing down the neck of Bo Mel last year and was like telling him or whatever, saying this is kind of the way that we're going to run it. We need to chop these guys up into 3 inning starts apiece and bullpen games, blah, 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 all this nonsense. I'm hoping that that's not the case this year, and that guys like Roop and Birdsong and so on and so forth, they go out, you're going to start this game, and if it goes well, it goes well. If not, you're throwing 90 pitches, and that's going to be what it's going to be. So we're stretching you out.
Yeah.
You're going to get a taste of what the major leagues are like. And so I think this year, in understanding that we missed out on Burns and we didn't get Freed, which I don't even think it's hard to say that we missed out on Freed if we were never in on Freed.
Yeah, I don't think they were ever hot on Freed.
So
I don't think they were on Webb either. I think it was 100%.
Yeah, it was Burns.
right?
So when you miss out on your pitching guy, your pivot move is a stopgap in Verlander, who's got a proven track record, all this stuff. He either sweet talked Posey, and Posey's gonna learn from that and understand that maybe I don't need to be as gullible, or legitimately Posey's a savant in the people picking world and found a diamond in the rough. Either way, he's a stopgap. And then you have all these young pitchers behind him that are going to get plenty of opportunity throughout the year to actually figure out what it's like to pitch in the major leagues legitimately, and not this nonsense 3 innings, your pitch counted, and all this bull crap. And I think going into not 2025, but 2026, at least one of those guys are bound to hit in some regard and be halfway decent. Harrison, Birdsong, Roop, Mason Black, Wizenhunt, if he comes up. Like, there's too many good pitchers with good stuff.
For sure. But when you say, like, at least one of them is bound to hit, right? Like, that's
like,
like I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you. Like, I want to see them get run, because what I don't want is at the end of the year, we know nothing new about Birdsong, Harrison.
Exactly.
And like we wait, we don't make the playoffs and we waste a see what you got year. That's why I hate Yaz so much is, let me see Matos, sink or swim. Doesn't work. At least we learned that much. So that's
the getting into the deadly spiral or deadly stagnant. It's stagnation is what it is. You're exactly right in saying that the worst case scenario would be for none of those guys to get full on opportunities. And then you're just right back where you were last year and the year before. It's like, you got to see what they have, because in order for them to hit, they have to have the opportunity to hit. So, and then at that point, if you have an in-house Webb getting paid nothing, and then pick one, Harrison, whoever from that bunch, in-house, lots of control, getting paid nothing. Great. You start creeping towards that Mariners rotation type of like style of pitching.
Look at that.
That would be ideal.
Hey, look at this. Pretty good pitchers, huh?
Very.
Man, I would take either one of those. Is that Freed and Burns?
You want to see who it is?
Yeah.
You're gonna be surprised, guys. So let me ask the chat: Would you take either of those guys?
I would take them both.
Which one do you think's better?
How many years?
Pretty damn similar. I'm telling you, because I know you got stat head.
I don't.
Oh, you don't?
I'm curious.
Last five.
Okay.
Last five. Okay. The K rate's way different. I mean.
Yeah, the guy on the right's a strikeout pitcher. I like that.
Yeah, one of them's going to be Verlander, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, because I've been ripping him all day.
I like the one on the right for the simple fact that he's pitched more innings.
Yeah, he has. Let's do the unveil.
Yeah, that's about right.
Scherzer and Verlander.
But how skewed is that with like
crazy? Isn't it?
The last 5 years, right?
Last 5 years.
Well, that is very deceptive, because if you look at Verlander's last 5 years, One of those, literally, he just didn't pitch because of Tommy John.
Right. And
And then-
Scherzer had a lot of injuries, so he's almost
Exactly. And
Scherzer's missed a lot
Scherzer,
of stuff.
as far as I know, has not had Tommy John in the last 5 years. So it's not like you can just forfeit an entire year for him. Like on Baseball Savant, or what is it? One of the baseball sites, it literally
Savant,
just says did not pitch.
Did not
So-
pitch. Look at
Yeah,
that. Honestly, Scherzer probably would have been a little bit better. No?
I
think
feel
he's
like
breaking
Verlander's
down
got
worse.
I feel like Verlander's got a better chance to like actually last. I can't believe I'm saying
Fair.
that, but yeah.
That's over the last from 2019 to 2024.
When was Verlander Cy Young? 22?
22, I believe.
23.
22. Yeah, no, it was
23.
23.
22.
23, wasn't it?
22?
No, because 22, he was Cy Young. 23, he
There's
was like
the
a
word.
3.22.
Okay,
And
fair.
then 24, he was hurt.
Yeah, that's right. Because he got dealt from the Mets.
How does Morton
'cause they-
compare? Oh, you want to see how Morton compares? It's not good.
Morton is literally an innings eater. That is his
Morton's
purpose
in-
on this planet.
Morton's an innings eater that has a few big moments in the postseason, so he's got a better reputation than he has numbers. So,
Oh, yeah. Scherzer has pitched.
come on, just get all the geezers. Get Scherzer, get Verlander.
Well, Morton's
get,
already gone, so
Oh, wow. I mean, go get Scherzer.
ERA plus.
and-
ERA plus. You want to 100 is you're an average pitcher. If you're 100, again, an ERA plus, the plus takes in account for the ballparks that you pitch in. Okay, so it keeps it even, right? You got to keep it even, because if you're pitching in Colorado compared to freaking to Oracle Park, man, that's huge. You know, you got to take that in consideration. So there you go. Anything above 100, you're above average. Verlander, way above average. Scherzer, way above average. Charlie Morton, above average.
How much you want to bet this is what Posey looked at before he gave Verlander a
You
call?
might have.
He
Hey.
saw 292 and 58 wins and was like, I need some of that in my
Hey,
life.
Hey, who knows? Maybe Scherzer's right behind him. They were teammates in
That
New
could
York.
be.
They were
It could
teammates.
be
in New York.
veteran presence. I used to hear
Hey,
that word a lot.
we want to go with the mentorship. Let's go.
But I think I said this in the chat, right?
Interesting.
Verlander, I could be off by a year, but I think Verlander is equal in age. The age gap between him and Harrison is the same as the age gap between Verlander and Will Clark. So to put it in perspective,
Yeah.
like I'm just, So I don't know. It'll be
And
interesting.
Scherzer,
Yeah,
is Scherzer a Hall of Famer?
Scherzer, he's got to be right.
Right? It's got to be.
Let's see. He's
Yeah,
not
I thought that was a no doubter, right?
He's got some pretty good
has
accolades.
He's got the accolade. He's got 2 rings.
Maybe not the strikeout.
3,400 strikeouts,
Oof.
2,800 innings pitched, about to be 29.
You got to stop with the win-loss, right? I don't use the win-loss as a freaking.
Because Scherzer got the ring with Washington and then one with Texas, right? So he's got the
That's-
rings qualifier. He's got the stats. He's got.
He's
the
a 3-time
size.
Cy Young
He's
Award
a
winner,
3-time Cy Young.
2-time World Series champion, an 8-time All-Star.
Yeah, has longevity, right?
Yeah.
Because you could say a lot of those things about Timmy. Timmy just didn't have the longevity.
Yeah, Max is going to be. Why not? Hey, go get it, man. You probably
Yeah.
could get it for $15 million for 1 year, man. That seems to be the going rate.
The Giants are so predictable too. Their marketing campaign around that would be come see them before they go to Cooperstown or something like that. That would be so on brand for SF. Like,
I did not know that. They don't like each other. Huh? I know Mad Max. They call him Mad Max. He's a red ass.
yeah, he is.
Oh, he's a
is.
psycho, and I love it. That
He's
type
a
of
red ass,
energy
but the
is
I
wouldn't hate that.
incredible.
But Buster Posey has had history with dealing with some red asses. Madison Bumgarner, Ryan Vogelsong, those guys aren't exactly, I mean, they were
But
clubhouse guys.
that's not the worst thing, right? Like we have a lot of nice guys on our team, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you guys think so, but like Birdsong kind of has some edge to him. Like he's just baby faced, but I feel like Harrison is just kind of more mellowed out. I wouldn't mind some
Yeah,
very
no,
little
I
staff.
feel that.
I mean, Webb's a gamer. I mean, I wouldn't
Yeah.
mind it.
He's
Yeah,
a little
I
bit of a
wouldn't
red
mind it.
ass. Now, granted,
Ray, I mean, that
Mac
dude.
is
Ray's awesome.
No, he's a different breed. I
Who?
mean, Scherzer.
Rupp?
He's
yeah.
he's a different breed. I mean, but like Ray, I mean, Ray's grunting every time he throws, dude.
Oh,
Like
dude.
he shits his pants every time. I wonder how
Yes.
many pairs of pants he goes through in a season. Dude, there's no way he's not cracking one off when he's throwing and grunting. I do not think that's humanly possible.
It is. I love. That was my favorite thing. That was my favorite thing to watch about him last year, which is
Eric
time.
Miller.
Eric Miller.
Yeah, I like Eric Miller.
Yeah, he's got some attitude.
Dan, out with the new and in with the old. Nothing like it.
There we go.
Yeah, that's
Out with the
perfect.
old, in with the new. Oh no, you're going.
That-
I see what he's doing. I got you. Out with the new and in with the old.
In with the
God.
old. That's
Nothing like it. Yes.
right. That's right.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't. I mean, on the plus side, like Greg Johnson's about breaking even, right? Like you won't have to spend money on bandages, right? Any blisters or anything, no blood, just dust. You don't got to bandage anything up. I mean, it's pretty
Hey,
convenient.
there was a guy in the chat. I haven't seen him ever since. He had a great slogan. He's like, why don't players come to San Francisco? We got more water than LA.
Yeah,
What?
But-
What? We got more water than LA. Come to San Francisco where we have more water than LA.
yeah. But hey, let's close on. I know Positive Eric died yesterday or the day before, but let's just try to revive a tiny bit. Like if we're gonna be all doom and gloom, like to Dilly's point about, well, this could go wrong and this is gonna go wrong and this is gonna go wrong. Like flip side of that is Harrison finally starts to live up to his potential. Still has potential.
Maybe.
Birdsong takes a step.
I'm looking forward to
Ray
it.
is better a year removed from TJ. Webb
Ray
does
will
what
be
Webb does. Verlander gives you solid innings. Hicks is good for at least his first 80, 90 innings or whatever. Penn, Eric Miller, and Ryan Walker, and maybe Duvall comes back into form. I mean, you could argue that like maybe we're going into not this coming year, but the year after saying, hey, Harrison and Birdsong, they're like rotation mainstays. Like that's what you would hope. And you still got Webb and, see what you got. But yeah,
We've got Space Needle high ceiling for this team and like a Mariana Trench deep floor.
That's
that's accurate.
It is
That's accurate.
a
Hey,
very large gap.
Hey, Eric, I'm gonna drop out.
Right on out.
Let Barrio hop
Mario.
in. So-
Mario, how about you come in tomorrow if you're here? Hello, Ibrahim's already gone. Hey, Ibrahim, thanks, man. Appreciate it, buddy. We'll catch you on the next one. Barrio Speedwagon. Love the name, dude. Look at that. Little play on REO. I like it. Show up tomorrow, man. And we'll throw out the link again and you could come on. I want to hear what you have to say. Senior softball games would absolutely love to hear what you have to say. I get it. Yeah. You see, the West Sacramento A's. I get it. So yeah,
I can't wait
show up
for him
tomorrow.
to have Pete Alonso on their team.
Oh,
The YOLO Alonso.
whoa. That would be
Be
something.
the greatest thing of all time. I'd almost be happier with that than him signing with the Giants. Just to see 75 home runs.
Right. Oh, dude. It's gonna
That'd be
be
great.
It's gonna be nuts. I don't know if he'll be available. I am Mario, that's gotta be a joke, dude. Come on. Come on, dude. Oh my gosh. Right on, Mario. Hey,
All right,
show
well,
up tomorrow, buddy.
I'm a dip out.
All right, Billy. Hey, man, I appreciate you. We may not
For
agree on
sure.
Verlander, but I like to hear what you have to say because,
Yeah.
hey,
At the end of the day, if he does good, we're all going to be happy.
we're all
with
going to be happy, right?
it. So it doesn't really matter.
Got you. You know what? You are correct.
all
All right, Dilly.
peace
Thanks,
out.
man. All right, Barrio. It's true, but I'm optimistic and positive. All right, then, Barrio. Hey, if you're around tomorrow, look for the link. I'll send it out. Hey, you send a message, and if I see it, I'll make sure I send out that link. I want to hear what you have to say. I'm guessing it has to do with the A's, right? That's what I'm guessing. All right, guys. Good show tonight. Talked a little bit about what Buster Posey said today on oh man, Dan. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget. I remember you were on the couch, Dan, and you just had those suction cups on your back. You showed your back during that time. I remember it was in that same time frame. But yeah, I think we did like 15 minutes, 10 minutes. Oh, dude, that was so tough. That was so tough. Again, especially when it was still Farhan running it. Oh, that was tough, man. That was tough. Oh, granted, Buster Posey, we haven't got to that level yet. If he does this for another couple of years, well, then we'll be. Oh, Robert Rothberg. I used to get after Robert so much. Damn. But anyways, Barrio, hopefully I see you tomorrow. Again, we just kind of broke down what Buster Posey had to say. Yeah, do you think he was being pretty honest? And we'll see what this means, guys, for the future of the Giants for this season. Again, is there a possibility they can win 90 wins? Sure. And as Dan said earlier, there's also a higher possibility of them losing 90 games. So it's going to be a weird season. I think the Giants are done. Maybe they'd surprise us, but I'm not going out there and making any kind of bold statement. I'm done. I'm 0 for 3, guys. I'm done. But it's fun. I like still talking baseball. So anyways, guys, be back tomorrow around either 8 or 8:30, somewhere around there. I don't know what the hell we're going to talk about. Honestly, guys, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to talk about. Oh, I know what we could talk about. Maybe we bring up whether or not the Giants signed their international prospect, Josar De Jesus Gonzalez. Maybe that will be the news tomorrow. We'll see. All right. Hey, again, thanks for hanging out with me, guys. It was a good time. You know, Glenn and I love coming on here, talking baseball, interacting with you guys. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. I did MHC on Sunday, OG. If you go take a look at it, we tried to watch the rocket launch. It didn't quite happen. Oh, by the way, tomorrow, SpaceX launching super heavy tomorrow. It will happen early in the morning. Be alert, says Salsa. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let me think. Is there anything else? I don't think I'm missing anything else. Anyways, yeah, probably do MHC maybe again on Sunday. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We got a lot of stuff coming up. Got a lot of confirmations going on out there. If it has anything to do with national security, we'll touch that. Again, Military History Channel. All right, guys, have fun. Enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll see you back here tomorrow night. Be good out there, guys. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.